All right, I'm gonna link you
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. I am joined today by the lugubrious Mighty Fool, and
I
we
don't know what that
have
means. I'm gonna link you
the lower
the.
bracket finals for the Financial League. We're almost done with the
I don't know what that means.
the summer season.
Summer season. Wait a minute.
That's what this is supposed to be.
We was like October or some shit. I don't know. Your summer season's a little sus.
Uh, yeah.
I did get an update. They have a e-sub for support on the side of Alventus here.
Got it.
So they are apparently going to lose 2 bans out of the 5, probably from the first round. So if we see some goofy bans in this, I sent you the pro draft, by the way.
Oh, you
I don't know if
did?
you got it. Yeah.
Very, very pog.
Yeah. What did you call me in that intro? But what'd you say? Lucubrious?
Don't worry about it. That's what I called
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna look that up. I think you're making fun of me. I don't know. I don't read so good, you know.
It would not be the first time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Fair enough.
Okay.
Just cracked up. Okay. Well, Daddy Brains is cracking open some cold ones. This is good.
Good, good. All right. I have CBD's logo.
Lup is in the chat. He has my back saying, "If you don't understand, then it is an insult." Absolutely right.
Damn. And where? Oh, Helventus. Oh, that's right. They have this weird Anarchy Esports logo.
Oh, that's right, because they rebranded or something, and they haven't changed their logo. Yeah. Can I get the spec link? Imagine having to have a caster link the spec link. Oh god. These teams, man. Dude, I haven't seen Sonora Star play in a while. Sonora Star is kind of cracked, huh?
Yeah. Ooh, 2 first-time chatters. Dang. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it. Start getting those schmeckles. Make sure to get your plus 50 schmeckles, and you know.
Yeah, make sure if we don't do the betting before the game that you remind us in chat. We're not always the most on top of it. I always blame Popoba for it though.
It's always my fault.
It's a good way to earn or lose schmeckles, depending on how, high IQ your bets are.
Yep. Very, very nice.
I always bet against EU, so I'm just looking for EU players in the LBLCS at this point. It's like, are we getting into this draft? I think they're saying some things in the chat.
Yeah, I was saying the casters are ready, and so it sounds
It's
like...
right.
Yo, another first-time viewer. CBD's got some supporters coming in. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I've played with Trothlin before, I think, and like Flexkey or something.
I see.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Are we? I'm getting mixed signals here. I've got people in my DMs saying casters are ? And then we've typed casters are in the chat.
Yeah, and according to the spec link that I have, time is just counting down for Alventus. Ban 1 appears...
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah, Jonks.
Yep. So Piltover's Playboy already getting the Jinx ban. Makes a lot of sense. A set immediately taken away. That's definitely against Dreadful, no?
Probably. I mean, Dreadful has been, in my opinion, the MVP for Alventus throughout the playoffs. However, if I was banning against him in particular, I would expect them to ban something
like that.
Well, even Jace was, I believe, what he got a pentakill on.
Yeah, that's true. We can't forget the Jace Penta.
But it appears Alventus are also willing to throw bans for him, as they are banning the Tom Kench.
Yeah, and that's a tough one against CBD because they play so well in these front-to-back team fights. You can win top as hard as you like, but that Tom Kench is still going to be kind of a menace.
Mm-hmm. And so this will be Alventus's final ban because they needed an emergency sub.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of clarity on the rules, but usually I think you would give up the first round bans, right? I
Um,
guess that's too big of an
it,
impact,
it
right?
sounds like they already clarified it because they sent me a message saying they can put them wherever they want.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Um,
There's no specific details for that in the rule book for the league. So I think it's more up to the captain's discretion on how they want to sort that out. Morgana ban I like. That's definitely a targeted ban against Dutch Krampus.
yeah. So three good. Okay, sorry. I'll do actual analysis and then jokes. So three good bans.
I want the jokes first.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say that I was thinking about trying to ask Dutch Krampus to come cast this with me.
Dude, I was trying to get this for the ARAM tournament where like two or three people from the teams would just be on the caster desk, and they would have no comms at all with their teammates.
That's so fucked.
They would just yell at each other while they're ARMing.
Okay, first pick Graves I really like from Elventus because top mid jungle flex. Actually, I've seen a team in the LBLCS run at AD, so it goes everywhere but support.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 lanes where you can or roles, I guess. Jungle's not so much a lane, but I like the Morgana ban, but they didn't ban the Leona, and this is really what Dutch Krampus has been playing all season. Loves to take that pickup for the engage, and it's kind of a telegraphed engage, but it's very consistent.
It's very strong.
They've been utilizing it super well, so. Volibear, yep, there's another one that hasn't been banned away from Boy Named Luke, and I think we saw Boy Named Luke deathless in almost every game that he's played Volibear, so...
Very strong on this volley pick. Very, very strong.
Yeah, so Misfortune won't be the Graves ADC. This is a smart takeaway from a team that's picking Leona, though. I think that's a powerful combo.
Absolutely, and if you can pair it with something like... if you flex the Graves, or you get something like Jarvan, something that has a lot of setup with Misfortune, a Mumu, Curse of the Sad Bullet Time, Gulp.
I think that's a really
in the chat saying
combo.
Leona Stinky.
Leona Stinky, yeah, true. Got more
Thresh.
CBD love. I like that. I don't love the Thresh idea here. It's a good counter to Leona, though. But I think when you want to run Misfortune, you try to get an engaged support.
I don't. Yeah. I don't mind it, especially because comfort, you have to factor in here, right? Castiel,
yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a Thresh play.
A Thresher TP.
Wait, we might want to. So this E sub is diamond.
Yeah, they that's why they're losing the bans. They've already discussed it.
I thought it was just losing bans because emergency sub. I didn't realize. Okay, so we've got.
They're trading bans for being over point cap, I think.
Yeah. So we've got.
That's another flex pick. Actually, we have
that's
seen
gonna go
bot
bot with the Leona. With the Leona, that's absolutely gonna go bot.
Yeah, it is a very potent combo. There's always a potential for it to go mid, but we know Clovis loves to play things like the Yone, and the opposing team doesn't have bans left, so you've got total free reign on Yone, Aurelia, Zed, even like whoever he wants mid lane.
Top lane 2. If the Volibear is going jungle with Boy Named Luke, as we would expect. We don't know if the Graves is for Dreadful just yet. But
yeah, I'd imagine it's either mid or top at this point.
I wouldn't exclude it from
know.
jungle, just because I think, Thresh is good with... Like, Graves Thresh sounds nice, because Graves likes to go aggressive, and then Thresh gives him a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Here's my thinking, right? You're on a team with Sonora Star and Dreadful, right? Mm-hmm. Neither of those guys are going to pick an Engager, and they're sorely lacking in that department. So...
you make good points, Mighty, as much as I hate to admit it.
They're just not gonna do that, right? Like, it's gonna go solo lane.
You can see why I don't do my drafting.
Just a heads up for the new chatters. Popova and I both play in this league. Popova is not yet eliminated. Will be playing in the final. Myself, though, I have unfortunately been eliminated.
You were robbed.
And,
absolutely robbed.
But I've played against these teams plenty of times, and I know very well what they like to pick.
Well, your series was honestly really close, wasn't it? 2-1, and like all the games were super competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like really close. And CBD are looking. I mean, they took out what I considered to be second strongest team in the league in Team Fried Chicken. So, Aurelia.
Yeah, they're really good. I actually don't think that Team Fried Chicken was like second strongest. I think they were second place though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as
I
finest
think
standings.
I think that it's just a matter of like teams figuring out how to play against them, and then other teams had much better team play.
Mm. All right. We've got Irelia coming out. LeBlanc. Okay,
Um,
so that's not a Graves mid. I
yeah,
mean,
it's also not my favorite mid matchup for LeBlanc, but I guess it's not terrible.
yeah. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I've seen Sonora Stars LeBlanc. Have you?
Uh, Sonora Star, I've seen his Akali and Silas a lot, but not so much LeBlanc. I think it may be one time in a scrim, but
And Cho'Gath. So this is probably going to be Graves jungle, with
uh,
unless this
yeah.
is Cho'Gath jungle or Graves top.
I don't know. I'm not loving the Alventus draft so far, to be
Well,
honest with you.
so looking at Alventus's draft, like just as a draft, I'm fine with it. You've
Yeah,
got
I think the
APAD
context is
mix.
important though.
Yeah, knowing who
Yeah.
these players are, I mean, I like getting your E sub diamond support on their main. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to look out for that playmaking, right? This is a pretty low CC, pretty pick-oriented team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they're gonna be looking for those like vision plays and just like really big, you know, high champion mastery moments where they're out playing and finding picks. We'll have to see. We do see Dr. Mundo picked up. We know Odog loves those tank top laners. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the okay in chat if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just doing the prediction.
Oh, nice.
It's and okay, so it's because we've been through this before. It's Elventus, not Eleventus.
I am pretty sure it's Elventus, but their logo says Anarchy. Their abbreviation says EVC. So I don't know. Call them whatever you want, honestly. If they don't tell us what to call them, then I
The
think we have the
purpley
right.
people who are representing a contested territory. Um,
What?
Cyprus is a country,
Oh, I see. Yes.
and
Okay, that's where you were going with that.
blue side is Elventus. I got that right. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you're good. You're good. Okay, somebody in the chat that it's Glup says Elventus. We technically left Elventus, says Dreadful. Okay.
So we were just Team Cyrus, Cyrus Dreadful, or Cyprus, huh?
I'm now calling them Team Cyrus.
Team Miley Cyrus over here.
Anarchy Cyprus Cyrus. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is there's a lot of room for an exciting game here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the jungle matchup is going to be probably one of the most contentious spots to look, just because Luke's got his Volibear, likes to go for these like early invade kind of plays where, I think in the interview he said something along the lines of Volibear at level 3 can just one-shot most junglers.
Yep.
So we'll be on the lookout for that. Graves is
is
definitely a slippery one with a
Graves
lot of
is
damage of his own.
Drawn has the dashes. Let's do some quick predictions of our own.
Right, like a roll by roll, pound for pound kind of deal.
I was just gonna look at stats of Graves into.
Oh yeah, okay. For those of you in the chat that aren't aware, Popoba doesn't actually know anything about champion matchups. He looks up the champion matchup before every game. Especially when he's playing like solo queue or flex, he'll just actually sit there and go on like League of Graphs or whatever and find out what his odds are after he picks in, or while he's picking, he'll just say, "Hey, he's got, Rek'Sai. What's the meta jungler that's got high win rate right now against that?" This is how he plays. I'm not kidding.
Unfortunately, Mighty is not. Well, I do pick from my pool. I don't just say, "What is top counter? Give me top counter." Right?
Sometimes.
Now, technically speaking, Graves.
I've seen you first time stuff.
we don't talk about that.
First all pro jungle.
Yeah, true.
Just
true.
saying, guys.
So there's like a very small differential between Graves and Volibear. It's slightly Graves favored statistically, but I think that's just because Graves is a stronger jungler right now, all told.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Volibear is probably much lower pick rate as well.
Yeah. I remember one time I picked Volley to try and counter Trundle Jungle when it was a thing, and I go up and like I stun this guy, I hit my full rotation combo, I'm like, I'm gonna get him down, and then I realized how much damage Flame Spitter was doing to me. And
Spitter, okay, yeah.
No, literally, I just died. I died as Volibear level 3 to a level 3 Rumble. Back when Rumble was like Giga Strong, and I was like, okay.
Who was probably overheated and autoing you for like 10%
yeah.
each time. Yeah.
It's like, oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. There's still like, regular game mechanics that affect the matchups, It's like
So this will be an interesting one. I'm super excited. We've got a banger of a prediction, 110,000 schmeckles on Aventus Cyprus and 22,000 on Canadian beer drinkers.
Okay, that's an impressive amount for Alventus here.
Who's the bulwark of it is coming from KibCat, who voted with 110,180 schmeckles.
Yeah. Now, for the rest of you who haven't predicted yet, I'm pretty sure KibCat has a good record with these predictions. So, yeah, take that with a grain of salt. It's not always correct, but it might improve your odds to vote with the crowd here.
I'm wondering how Alventus' draft chews through the amount of tank on the side of CBD. Leona, Aurelia, Volibear, and Mundo are all going to have a fair amount of health.
They really need to be winning early, I think.
But do they have the early winning comp?
They have an early winning bottom. I don't think top's really that crazy one way or the other.
Would you believe I forgot about spectator delay?
Yeah, I would. We got Zelius in the chat. Says he's all in on CBD. I love to see that. We're cheering for the homies. Yeah. Zelius has been in the league for a long time. CBD are also a bunch of old boys. So I'm sure at one point or another they were friends and then foes and then friends again.
Well, there we go. Zelius is like... Isn't Zelius high ranked? Like CEO? Or am I wrong about that?
He's like, your average like diamond mid laner,
Okay. Got it.
He's gonna be he might actually jump in call after I said that.
Oh boy.
He's gonna be very upset that I said that about him.
Isn't his tag like Giga Stomp's Master Elo?
Yeah. He prides himself on who did he beat? I think he beat Arthur Dent or something in one game in top lane. Okay, he says it's okay. I'm allowed to poke fun at him.
Man, I mean, if we're talking about people we've beaten, I've met some people in Flexkey, man. I don't know why they're there, but
whoever you beat, I beat all of them because I beat you in a 1v1.
True. True. So by extension, I guess you can say you've beaten Alorum.
Yeah, easy actually.
Yeah, it's easy clap. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna be a real slow bot lane. Maybe some roams out of Dutch if he gets the chance.
Are you kidding me? You think a diamond Thresh isn't gonna try and push it early against a Ziggs?
Just don't know if he can. Like, have you seen how Bopes plays? He's just, like,
you're not wrong, but I'm used to seeing Bopes on like the Ashe. Does Bopes play Ashe? Is that correct?
Yeah, he played a lot of Ashe.
Yeah, okay. I get people confused because I play, right? But then I've also been casting so much that it's like, at this point, there's so much that has washed over my eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, we do cast a lot of games out here. I think Bopes will play very, very respectfully, though. And he's just going to kind of rely on his other lanes to be scaling up alongside him. I think the mid lane is probably the place that CBD needs to win the hardest.
Okay.
In the early game, yeah, because I think that matchup's probably one of their better ones.
So if we're talking jungle pathing,
that's a you thing,
right? That's what I'm thinking. So both top and bot side starts can give you a good early mid game gank, or mid lane gank rather, but I'm wondering if either of them are going to switch it up from the traditional bot side leash.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so you're thinking maybe some sort of non-buff camp
Oh,
start
this
or a
is
topside start.
okay. So we've got some interesting rune choices here. Predator on the Volibear is the keystone that boy named Luke has opted for. Was
Yeah, I
Predator
like
buffed
that.
recently, or is it just?
It might have been. I know that they buffed. How they buff? Did they nerf Conqueror
I'm
or?
pretty sure they nerfed Conqueror.
Yeah, they nerfed Conqueror. I think they buffed one of the other ones that was in Inspiration Tree or whatever it's called.
Hmm.
I don't remember. Oh, it was Glacial was the one they were buffing, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know about Predator. I don't think that's a crazy choice though.
Okay, we've got pings for a 5-point coming out from the side of Cypress Anarchy or Anarchy Cypress. The artist formerly known as
Cyrus?
Elventus.
Yeah, Team Cyrus is
As we do
oh,
see
looks like
three
Duddy
stacking on the
Brains.
top side, Duddy Brains gonna be probably seen here. Odog looking for the cleaver is gonna find it, but just gonna get that ward down so they know where the jungler starts. Reset comes through.
Good damage coming across in a couple different places though. None of it's gonna stick too long, but yeah, kind of letting people know that the game has started.
Hmm. And both teams have done a good job getting vision in the opposing side's jungle. Um, just saying, hey, we can see you. You know that we can see you. Don't get fresh with us. So both junglers know they're going to be spotted. Regardless, Graves is opting for the topside start. Will be spotted out. Now, so do you expect them to be leaving Dreadful on an island with Odog and putting the Duddy Brains toward bot? Because that's what this sort of start signals for me.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. It would definitely be good for them to get that MF some kills early on. Be able to pressure harder on that Ziggs lane.
Ooh,
'Cause it's very
Sonorisar.
important. Ooh.
Already
Yeah, that's
coming out with the electrocute prop tech.
that's some typical trading. I'm surprised to see that he didn't go for like some corrupting pot trading there. Now he will though.
Yeah, aggressive in this mid lane already. Versus the Irelia, doing a good job of using the range. Irelia
Yeah,
going
one
really
trade's
low
super low.
here, having to flash out. Corrupting pot going. Oh, one more auto would have done it, but.
Yeah, I almost
Clovis-
wish they would have gone for that extra auto there.
Yeah, you know, if you have Ignite, that's a kill. But both mid laners choosing the TP. Certainly, Sonoristar will have the advantage for the moment.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where they
Double
have
ward.
the biscuit and stuff.
Yep.
So it's probably never a kill there, but
Ooh.
it would have been close.
Sonoristar
Your
tank.
opponent has to remember.
Take to tower shot here. These lanes are spicy already.
Yeah, I'm looking at top lane for some solo kills though. I actually
boy
think
named
that's
Luke.
more likely.
Oh,
than
you
mid.
can't miss the chains there. Sonoristar gets gunned on in first blood. Goes over to the side of the beer drinkers from Canada. Actually,
Yep,
I think
and
they
that-
drink Canadian beer. They're not from Canada.
Half of them are from Canada, I think.
Ooh,
Wait, are
Dreadful. Getting some good damage.
any of them from Canada?
I asked them and they said no. But they could have been lying to me.
I think some of them used to be from Canada, and now none of them are.
Ooh, Clovis getting taken low. Sonoristar does get the return kill. Clovis
Oh.
staying too greedy. Luke not there in time to stop that. So a good look from Sonoristar, a good use of the teleport will be down the TP here. Oh, it's Castiel's getting on in on Castiel. Looking to just kind of disengage. Snoopel going with the damage. Gets a little double up. As Graves is now here in the bot lane. This is that power we were looking at drawing. Is going to walk up. Is going to be spotted. Bopes, though, looking to hold stuff. Gets hooked up. A beautiful flash play from Castiel, and Bopes is going to die, and that goes on to the misfortune.
Yeah, I kind of like that Bopes doesn't try to flash away or do anything crazy there. He's pretty dead. Do you get the flash from the Thresh there? Clovis in a little bit of trouble in mid lane.
Yeah, taking damage, but you are the Irelia fully stacked. You do have some sustained potential. Sonoristar low on mana. Is using those spells aggressively, though. Goes one more in under turret. Takes the turret shot, but Irelia down to what's got to be just 100 or so HP here.
Yeah, but if Aurelia can sustain up, this is kind of Clovis's game.
Yeah.
Although Sonora start getting some of that mana back.
Boy named
Looking a little
Luke
more
and
dangerous.
Dutch Krampus both coming towards the mid lane. Stun does not land for Clovis, but he uses his W in, and that's critical. Dutch Krampus going to find him. Is only level 2 on the back end. Sonora Star going to get tanked down, though. Clovis getting low. He trades the kill back. Sonora Star lives for a moment, gets taken out by the red buff. But that, for the commitment of 3 members, and you still trade a kill, I mean...
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for CBD. That's a massive, massive trade back from Sonora Star.
Well, I think they timed it well, though, because they're not really losing a lot else on the map, because the respective members of Elventus weren't there to capitalize on that movement, right?
Yeah, it's also very important that Sonora Star had burned TP earlier when he got the solo kill back over onto Clovis, and now Clovis has TP to come back and fix the wave.
Yeah. We'll probably have that one frozen. We will see what happens. No, it's not frozen at all. Castiel now with the roam to mid. We're seeing a lot of roaming supports now. Clovis going aggressive. Uses his stun perhaps a little bit early. He doesn't have too much to go away. Chain is going to land. Castiel waiting for that to go through to land his own hook. A beautiful layering of the CC. Ignite goes down from the Thresh. Is going to take up that turret. And that is a beautifully executed roam. Odog now going in onto Dreadful. Dreadful trying to return the damage. Is going to do it pretty successfully.
Ignite was super big on mid there as well, because all those Qs would have been healing up through it otherwise. So that's kind of a nice attempt from Clovis to try to get out there, but not quite able to find it.
Yeah, well, this LeBlanc now is getting pretty scary. Looks like that chain must have missed. Couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, I'm surprised LeBlanc doesn't have a Dark Shield.
The camera is having a seizure between bot and top lane.
Yeah, it can't figure it out. I love these top laners, though. Odog, when you give him a tank, will just trade the entire lane. It doesn't matter if he's winning or not.
What a soldier. Oh, is level 6 now. Taking up 2 tower shots. Not what you want to see, but the Cho'Gath ultimate is very scary. Okay.
He's going for it.
Burner response. Boy named Luke is topside compared to the bot side. And they know Duddy Brains is bot side because of that pink ward placement. So, Boy named Luke is looking for the top gank here. Duddy Brains not going to spawn out that pink ward. A little bit of a miscalculation not to check that bush, but is what it is. It's going to get this scuttle, and they might look for a bot dive, or they can look for the dragon. They do see the Volibear top. Dreadful just eating the minion to get his stack, and then accepting his doom as the Volibear ultimate goes down on the turret.
Yeah, I don't know about that from Dreadful. They saw that Volibear for like a long time.
Yeah.
Walked over 2 wards. They are going to get the return on the bot side with the dragon, so that's not the worst, but just an unnecessary death there.
Yeah, we do have our players to watch here. Boy named Luke and Sonora Star, key playmakers on either side. So.
Yeah, and so far, Boy named Luke getting a lot of ganks through. 3-0. It's already set up for that deathless, super fed Volibear game.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
Already with the tier 2 boots for the extra speed. Combine it with the Spellblade passive just to get that burst damage. And
that Predator.
And I also like the takeaway from the blue. Duddy Brains didn't have the confidence to go in and take counter jungle because he knew the Volibear was topside. The Volibear knew he was on Dragon. Hang on, Dutch Cramp is now going to be in trouble. Oh, a beautiful lantern in. Duddy Brains gets the slowdown. Duddy Brains looking for the damage. Just 1.5 has the dash forward. One more shotgun shell will do it. Bopes uses the ultimate, but that's not going to be enough. Bopes gets hit by the fucking flag hook pull thing. I can't remember a bulleting name, but he's going to die. That is a clean 2 for nothing for Elventus.
Yeah, nice death sentence out of Castiel there. Cleaning up Bopes at the end of it. Bopes really couldn't do anything. Totally out of mana. They were probably a little overextended if that was the case. Getting punished.
Is that what Thresh's hook is called? Death sentence?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Ooh, Clovis trading it? Okay, maybe not. Boy named Luke looking for the repeat on Dreadful now. Dreadful gonna flash, but he's probably just dead here. These are 2 very beefy boys, and you do not have the tools to survive. An overextension from Dreadful means another kill onto this Volibear.
Yeah, and we're seeing CBD find it in kind on the top side right after they get killed for overextending on the bot side.
Yeah.
So keeping it close. And the gold is still dead even. All that's been picked up from objectives is this Cloud Dragon.
Yep, and we are in certified banger territory. 10 kills in 8 minutes. Certified.
Yep. It's coming up. We're going for 100 by 30.
Actually, can someone in chat do the math? 10 kills No, we wouldn't get that much. We would get like 30.
Yeah, you can start ramping up because you got more damage. You know. What I'm saying?
True. I see. So you're saying per you're going to scale deaths per unit gold in each team. So we have 10. Okay. I see.
Don't worry about the death timer math. That really doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Akshan global passive on everyone.
Yeah.
Ooh, Spopes here might be in trouble. Castiel and Duddy Brains hiding here in this tri-bush. But the Ziggs has too much wave clear. Oh, but, yep, that's just a solo kill from Smoofle. Ziggs gets a little overconfident with the wave clear, tries to bop Smoofle in. Boy named Luke gonna be dissuaded from this bot gank. He's like, oh no, their jungler's here too. Sonora Star looking for something over the wall, perhaps. Because now Dreadful knows they can move up.
Yeah, and that was a really tough one for Bopes there, because he's also losing all those minions, the wave crashing onto the tower as he dies. It might have been better to just play that one back and use the ultimate to clear it out.
Yeah, I think he was like, oh, I can get her bopped into the turret here, and he did do that. That I was a little bit surprised by, but the follow-up just wasn't there. And now,
yeah, MF is just one of those champs with all that burst on ADC. It's like hard to play against with most scaling picks.
It can be tough. Dreadful, though, in a little bit of a rough spot up here, as I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Cho'Gath isn't that great as time goes on into Mundo, because he just doesn't have the damage to deal with Mundo's healing, and Mundo has a fair amount of sustained DPS, and he has % health in the cleaver, correct?
Yeah, I think it's going to get harder. I don't know how it's going to be in the super late game. That might even out a little bit, but yeah, coming into the next few minutes, be pretty Mundo favored.
For sure. Now, teams are doing a little movement around the map, getting a little anxious. I guess setting up for Drake, maybe, is the call here. Is in about a minute, so this is around when you want to start getting control of the area. Star putting some damage down into the Clovis, does miss the chain. That's been a little bit of a theme. A lot of these chains have been hitting minions, I've noticed.
Yeah, LeBlanc's kind of a hard champ, I'm going to be honest with you. I've played my fair share of LeBlanc, and I don't hit too many of the chains either, you know?
Okay, not going to happen. They know. Alright. Whew. And the gold is dead even though... Oh, hang on. Chain lands this time. Damage reduction from Clovis. Okay. Even though there's a 3-kill lead and a dragon lead, there's more turret plates in the bellies of CBD. Oh, boy named Luke looking for the dive again. Gets the stun under the turret. Dreadful is just dropping like a fly, and the tower is disabled. You can't escape from that one. Boy named Luke goes unstoppable. 5-0 on this Flolly Bear. Not even a mythic yet. And they're going to get first turret off this.
Yeah, and I really like this play if it's a Mountain Soul. Because this team would be so turbo cracked with 4 Mountain Dragons and Soul, right?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a Mountain Soul. Hang on, Clovis is getting taken kind of low by Sonora Star. Sonora Star backing off. I'm pretty sure that the dragon being taken right now is a mountain, and the soul for this map...
it's Infernal. The current dragon is Infernal. Yeah. It can either be ocean or mountain.
Okay. Both really strong. Oh, Castiel flashing forward. Clovis has to flash in response, but Sonora Star might have the rotation. Does get it. Gets out, taking just the one turret hit, and Lantern gets them to safety. Good play from the...
That was a super nice play.
Oh, boy named Luke, though. The monster bear in the jungle is here. Level 9 compared to level 8 and level 7 here. As Dutch Krampus uses a solar flare. Going in is boy named Luke. Zig's ult goes wide. Hook is good onto Leona. Goes down underneath the tower, but Dutch Krampus will probably fall as well as the Ignite is taking and gets it. O-Dog now looking for the damage under turret, but Sonora Star is back. Does have a fair amount of damage themselves. Will be able to immune that piece of CC. Hook goes down to the boy named Luke, but that's not what you want to bring in as they flash in and they get the support. Sonora Star now looking to do the damage. So critical that will be on this LeBlanc. Goes low, gets shut down. No! A tragedy. Money goes to the Mundo. And now Smoofle pulled Dreadful to work with this. Mid laner, bot laner, plus jungler and mid laner. Okay, that...
And I know a lot of people in chat are going to be sitting here thinking, man, CBD keeps putting all these kills on their tanks. This is terrible for them. It's not. It's really, really not. Luke is not a tank carry.
He just likes the bear. It's just, it's going to be a bear. It's going to run at you at 40 miles an hour, and it's going to consume everything on the rift. Like,
Yeah, he will be one-shotting 80 carries in this game.
you remember
And
that clip
honestly,
of Whippo when he first started playing jungle, playing volley
Yeah.
there, and like killing Reckless, and it's like, this is personal. That's
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that Luke's going to be doing this game.
Yeah, it doesn't look fair, and that's kind of because it's not, but it's, just how Luke does it. And on top of that, we were talking about during the draft how Elventus is going to have kind of a hard time getting through the tanks, and now those tanks are even larger.
Although I will say, it feels like quietly Smoofle has gotten quite the lead. 4-0-1 on this Misfortune. Hasn't even opted for boots yet because they get that extra move speed from the W passive. Instead opting to get the Last Whisper, probably building towards a Lord Doms early so they can do that extra damage to the tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a matter of like getting those good MF ultis. And that's
Snorstar looking for Bopes here. Bopes is going to have to flash. Chain goes wide. Snorstar goes back, and the tower shot goes from 10 miles away.
You get the bot tower. That's a nice little added bonus for that. Looks like the Herald will be spawning on top side, so they're going to be going for that in return, and probably going to look for the mid tower after, if they can get it.
Yeah, Odog and Boy Named Luke are going to be a powerhouse duo here for CBD, with Smoofle being the presumed answer. But Smoofle will have to position safely. Ooh, Bopes now might be in trouble. Gets slowed up, gets hooked. The W won't save you. Castiel, that's disgusting. But the mid lane turret will be the trade for it.
Yeah, and this is something we've been seeing. Bopes had that misplay earlier where he died solo to Smoofle. And then on the flip side, Dreadful disrespecting the top lane.
Betty Brains using the Grid ult just to clear the wave. Dreadful having to flash up the wall. Does dodge the Irelia ultimate critically. And they're going to walk out as a team as they know there's a response coming.
Yeah, pretty nice from CBD to get the second Herald charge as well. That damage is going to stick on that mid turret.
It actually didn't charge. They killed the first turret before it even charged. So that was technically its first charge.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Yeah. Well, it still died after one charge. So the net effect is the same, but still going to be happy with that one. Getting a lot of damage onto the mid-inner is going to open up the map a fair bit for the beer drinkers here. And they do have a lot. Now, Dragon becomes contested. We are on an Ocean Soul map. That will be good for either team. I think it's more important. Oh, hang on. We've got some damage here. Boy Named Luke coming in, stunning up Duddy Brains. The stun also followed from Clovis, and the volley barrel goes down, and he's just going to get consumed by the beer drinkers. And Elventus are in disarray. They don't have their AD carry here. They can't respond to this play. Dreadful just getting chunked down. He's a tanky boy. Oh, the Lantern gets him safe.
Yeah, nice play there from Castiel. And I think it's a little bit sad for CBD that they don't get the Mountain Drakes, but it's still super, super good for both sides. It is going to be important for Elventus as well to have that against the poke from the Ziggs. So they're going to be looking for that for sure.
So Northstar might be in trouble here. Gets hit by the cleaver. W's forward, but Odog's a very fast one. Goes back. Doesn't get landed on the stun. Chain lands this time. Dreadful here to respond. Gets the passive proc off of the Mundo. But your mid laner's still in trouble. Nope, they're not. They're just going to walk towards the dragon, as they want this to be their prize.
Yeah, actually, smart play, I think, from CBD. They've set up the vision. They went for an aggressive play, buying time on bot side. And now they're in just a commanding position of this dragon. They're going to pick it up almost.
This fight. Dutch Krampus going very low. Odog in the front, landing a lot. Dutch Krampus going to go down to Sonoristar. Now, Odog might be the next one in trouble as he's going to get burned down. And, chomp! A huge shutdown for Dreadful. Castiel going in onto the back line, but Boy Named Luke is there to respond. Pops the Predator. Oh, but the damage is so high from Sonoristar. Flash forward. I don't even know who it was, but they get the kill. Now, MF ult goes down, lands decently onto Clovis, but Clovis manages to dodge. Here comes the Irelia ult. Shut down. Oh my god. 1, 2, triple kill. Clovis going massive, but still getting killed at the back end of the fight. Oh,
honestly, 3 for 3. Clovis just got a massive amount of gold, a huge chunk of change there. And that's someone you want to be putting that gold on.
Those were his first kills. And now he has a 300 gold shutdown.
That was a super good play for CBD at the end of the day, but off the back of Clovis's massive ultimate there.
Oh my
totally
God.
Turned that over.
That's a highlight play. Someone want to clip that? I want people to do more clipping. I want to see more.
Clip that.
Yeah, clip that.
Super cool.
Yeah, chat, clip that. Come on.
Yeah, CBD fans, get on it.
It was a really good follow-up play from Elventus. It was just that last little smidge of overchase that killed 3 of them so fast.
Yeah, and it looked really ugly from CBD at the start. They had got the drag. They could have just walked out, maybe sacrifice Dutch and get out with 1 death. But turned around at the end. Nice play from Clovis.
Yeah. Very, very nice. We did see the damage, though, coming through from Snoopel. Does have the Lord Doms. They were able to get the kill onto a boy named Luke. It's no longer the deathless volley there. He has fallen. The god can bleed. So
I kind of thought the game was over when he died, honestly.
he died and Clovis rose, you know? It was just...
Yeah. Get to see this often because we really don't see Luke die, you know?
Yeah, true.
But this is apparently how CBD plays it when he does.
And, gold is still so even. Oh, hang on. Good hit of CC onto Clovis, not going to do too much.
Yeah, Clovis just shakes it off. I will say I think the even gold state is going to be better for CBD. I think their late game team fighting is just that hair better. There is an MF on the other team, and that can swing the fight super hard. But I think there's just an overall lack of CC backing that up.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there's really no huge team fight CC, you know.
Yeah,
there's like a Cho'Gath and a Thresh kind of setting up as individual targets, but
unless you really get like all 5 in a choke point and 1 Cho'Gath rupture just goes whoop. And
Luke's cheekily taking away the red buff from Smoofle there.
Yeah, with the smite. Sonora start doing their best to get some damage return onto Odog here. Has to use the ult for chains because Odog is running them down. And
that's terrifying.
This Mundo is a problem.
Yeah, it looks like Duddy Brains is up here trying to
do damage, but he's just too big.
Yeah, how do you kill it?
Smoofle.
Okay, well there's how. Yeah, Smoofle's here.
The answer is Smoofle.
Honestly, oh, there's a Ziggs ulti. It goes wide.
Oh, you're behind me.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm a couple seconds behind. My replays are
28,
kind of buggy.
29, 30.
Okay, I got you now. Yeah, my replays kind of pause and then unpause, you know?
Mine was doing that a bit, too.
Yeah. But every time I try to catch up, it does it again.
It's just the servers. And this Aurelia is getting bigger.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier in the game, but I didn't want to jinx him. Clovis has actually kept up the farm super, super well in spite of being like 0-3 at one point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, nice to see. It's, you know, obviously Aurelia is a super strong farmer, able to dash around the waves super easily. But, you know, still it's important to keep that up, and up, you know, almost 30 CS in a situation like that. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And things are tense. 30 seconds before this, the 4th dragon. Smoofle might be in trouble, has to use the Gale Force to get out, takes the Lantern over the wall to get into a better position. Boy named Luke looking to be engaged, Castiel getting stunned, Sonorstar going on the back line, Bope's getting really low, a bullet time going across the entire team, and it's good. Solar Flare's a little bit too late. The Ziggs ult comes down, and Castiel might drop, but no, he has the shield item.
Locket, yeah.
Locket of the Iron Solar, yes, correct. But now the health bars are low, except for Sonora Star. Smoofle does have damage, does not have the bullet time, though. Odog able to just throw these cleavers out.
And both junglers are so low on HP.
Oh, Sonora Star
to get
goes to the back end, but Dutch Krampus flies across the whole rift to find him. Sonora Star ignite down onto him, but he does have the way to go back. Dreadful, kind of low, getting auto down by Odog, has to take the Lantern out. And
this is super good for CBD now.
Yeah, CBD, they've got the health bars, the tank composition has helped them find it out, but they no? Yes? Oh. Yes.
Yes, yes. It's gonna have to be a huge pick. There's no bullet time available. Yeah, they're just gonna grab it for free, and a solid little skirmish beforehand sets them up nicely to pick up that second dragon. Now they have a 3,000 gold advantage. They're actually down 3 kills, but up 3 turrets.
Well, they're up 3 turrets.
Evening out the dragon for it.
And yeah, with the stacking Ocean Drakes, you need to get some more healing reduction other than the Bramble Vest on the Cho'Gath out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really hard to be Smoofle this game because you need so many items. You need LDR, you probably need healing reduction. You got to get your Mythic, you probably want your IE.
Yeah,
And
looks like
I don't know
IE
where you're
is what's
finding the gold.
next, unless they're going for a GA. Well, it could be a
It's
Bloodthirster.
IE.
I think it's IE, yeah.
Yeah. Bloodthirster would be pretty weird, considering the other items are should be higher priority, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting little... Every cent counts on a Smoofle this game.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job of kind of funneling a little bit of that farm onto Smoofle, but still those items are super expensive, and it's just hard to get there before those tanks are scaled up.
Yep. But Dutch Krampus is going to get locked down by Sonorstar. Clovis collapsing down. Boke's now here as well. Dutch Krampus gets taken out. Sonorstar not going to go back, just going to choose to walk out, as now we see a tank fight. Wet Noodles going in the bot lane. But there's also something happening up towards Baron. But I believe in the Spectator Cam. The Spectator Cam is love. The Spectator Cam is life. Odog going forward, getting a lot of damage. That's the sustain I was talking about earlier from the Mundo. Dreadful is just trying to run. Has to burn the flash. Has to try to silence. But Odog, just too much health. He goes where he pleases, and where he pleases is Dreadful's grave.
And this is super, super important. He does have TP, so I don't think CBD look for it on the top side, but if there was a fight top side and Odog wins that 1v1, there's the TP availability as well. So it's probably a good thing that Alventus don't go for that fight.
Yeah, I would say so. Certainly puts them in a sticky position. Mundo getting further and further ahead. Is a whole item ahead of his counterpart. Do a little gold check. Yeah, 3,000 gold up. There, 1,000 gold up in the jungle. Even gold up in the mid, despite the kill line.
It's all that farm.
Yeah.
And I feel like we see this every time with CBD. They always have like a 2,000 or 3,000 gold lead in top lane for some reason. And it's always Odog on a tank. He's playing Wukong and he's even in gold. But if he plays, Mundo or Tom Kench,
listen,
smurfing.
Sometimes you're just a tank player. I don't know what to say. It happens.
Clovis is trying his luck against Dreadful. He says, "Hey, the tank can do it. Maybe I can, but it's not looking like it." As Clovis
does have the Blade of the Ruin King. Dreadful. Oh no!
Here comes a tank though.
Yep, and well, Sonorstar as well though. Ult goes down, but Sonorstar is just going to go in here. Oh, finds it. Okay, that's a shutdown, but a return for boy named Luke, and Dutch Krampus is here for security on the back end, so an even trade. Oh, but now Alventus are starting to Baron on the top side. They showed their hand, bringing the jungler down to the bot side, but it is spotted by a blue ward in the back of the pit. I don't know if Alventus just didn't notice that. Ooh, Duddy Brain's getting taken very low. Going in onto the Thresh, trying to burn that. Smoofle looking for the damage. Castiel getting taken down. Even with the LDR, Odog is so large. Bullet time comes down to try and finish him off. Not going to find it. Finally going to get it with the Graves ult, but now you've got two in trouble. Sonorstar trying to run. Bopes throwing the cube. Boy named Luke flashes over the wall. Bopes finds it. And now the Baron has been practically gifted to CBD.
Yeah, and this is kind of a little bit where we're seeing CBD's comp pulling a lot of heavy lifting. They just, they don't have to die in these fights. They have these frontliners sit in the middle of people. Odog does end up going down, but fought so much time.
Yeah, absolutely. But now there is a beefy boy in the Cho'Gath, but he has to be careful. They do have a lot of percent health damage. Okay, ult committed. Duddy Brain's going down. Dreadful gonna be the next to fall, and that is not what you want. 4K now, the gold lead. Baron gonna be picked up, almost for sure by CBD.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not game over, but it's looking pretty tough now for Alventus. What do you think their pathway is in this kind of late game situation to start turning this around?
Well, this dragon is up in 10, and if you can get that before CBD can get fully back onto the map, that would be big. Putting yourself on soul point puts a lot of pressure onto CBD. You see the arrows going in. People want to fight it. Perhaps they're going to leave the Thresh over the wall. They should have already started it. If you're Alventus, you should have already started this. Yeah,
I do like leaving the Thresh.
Yeah, for the Lantern. Mm-hmm.
Sonora Star can get out on his own. Saving Smoofle's huge here.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Don't
Oh, no!
God.
It's a disaster. The third Ocean Drake goes over to CBD as a cleaver lands smack dab onto the Ocean Drake, and Odog is feeling himself.
That's ridiculous. I mean, nobody had Smite there, but Odog just snipes it away. The absolute heartbreak for Elventus. As they had such a good plan.
Yeah, it almost worked too. Maybe one of them could have blocked the cleaver. Like, I think Sonora Star there, if you walk up and block the cleaver, you still are able to get out. Ooh, Solar Flare and stun from the Irelia almost committed. Well, committed there. Not going to find him, so that is a tool out for this fight. But the other tool that they have is the health bars.
Yeah, that Leon ult just, it's like a 60-second cooldown at most at this point.
58-59, so yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like Sonora Star does not want this 1v1 matchup on the bot side.
Nope. Castiel going to get found out a little bit. Plays away Dutch Trampers. There's a little bit of supportal combat. Dreadful just getting chunked by the composition of the enemy team.
Yeah, this is where Bobes puts in work. Absolutely got an item done. A lot of AP built up. And triple Ocean Dragon to keep up the siege.
Yeah. Ooh, a good play in for Dutch Krampus. Sonora Star looking for the damage on the back end, but Odog and Bobes are not going to have it.
Yeah, a little awkward combo from Sonora Star. Using the double W, hits the Q, not the E. So really only getting Q damage through.
Yep, Castiel landing a hook, but now just going to get taken down by the Ziggs ult from downtown. Boy named Luke disables the bot turret. Boy named Luke might be in a little bit of a precarious situation. Chain lands, and that is going to be their star jungler dead. Now there's an opportunity for Elventus to respond, but looks like they're just going to try and clean out that wave. One him down. Oh, no, maybe they're going to look for
I
two.
love how Luke is just the second top lane player on this team, like, all the time. He's just splitting bottom.
They can't do anything to this Mundo. He's taking the turret. He's tanking and taking the turret, and Dreadful's going really low. Bullet time goes over a lot of them, but they still have the health bars to deal with this. Smoofle damage going down. Smoofle damage not going to quite be enough. Okay, it's enough, but two of them go down. Bopes and Clovis have to be careful. Castiel. Hook lands onto a minion. Sonora Star flashes forward. Clovis looking for the damage. Oh, that's going to land. This could be a problem. Clovis, though, going to take down Castiel. Oh, no, you walked over the bombs. Clovis versus Smoofle. ADC versus Irelia. I don't know if this is the outcome you wanted from that extended play.
I don't know if Clovis can end here, though. Smoofle should just be able to hold, right?
I don't think this is the end of the game, but it's certainly looking rough if you are on Elventus.
Yeah, absolutely. And that fight was actually looking pretty scary for CBD.
If Smoofle doesn't focus Clovis and just lets Clovis do that while they auto the wave...
Ah, there's no way.
They're down to a tiny amount of HP on one Nexus turret, and... Now, fortunately, I don't... Oh, nope, there's a TP. There's two TP wards.
Wait, they have triple TP on CBD.
Yeah, and they have a lot of TP wards. This can just be the end of the game as soon as they're up. As soon as Odog has TP, I would be surprised if next objective, they didn't just wait for Elventus to walk up, and then all TP into the base.
And that would be the play, right? That's the play of the century. There's one ward remaining on that top lane. It's a good angle, I guess. The supers are still going to be pushing in from there.
Now we do have Heal Cut and IE on Smoofle, as well as the stopwatch now, trying to do the work. But I just feel like if you're Elventus, you have to look at your drafting from this game. And you have to say, okay, clearly this was a problem. Because it doesn't feel like I think CBD have played this well. But I think in terms of burden of execution, CBD had it a lot easier this game.
Way easier, yeah. And they're playing all of their comfort stuff. I mean, it is difficult for Elventus missing those two bans to really hamper what CBD wants to do. But on the other end of it, it's like this is not unpredictable for this team. And they just really picked something that is hard to play into it.
Absolutely. Ooh. Sorry.
Yeah. Long day, I know. Looks like they are going to be sieging up this bot side, not opting to go for the setup on one of these objectives just yet. They are up for this dragon, their own sole point.
Yeah, you have to imagine Elventus are going to look for this. I mean, if Elventus are going to look for this, and then I think 3 members of CBD are going to TP into the base.
Got minions to TP, and actually those minions are charging in right away. Nobody is sitting back from Elventus to hold it. 2 TPs are up.
Yeah. This fight is critical. It is make or break.
Yeah, I think these TPs could just end the game, but it's possible.
Yep, there it
here
goes.
comes
There's one, two, three. Yep, there it is. Oh, one gets canceled by Castiel. TP coming out critically from the Cho'Gath. Blue team gets the dragon. Okay, but the Nexus is falling on the back end. Sonorstar manages to get back, but it's just going to fall. You do not have enough damage to finish it off, and Odog will seal the fate of this game.
That cancel out of Dutch was huge as well. Drops the solar flare onto Dreadful, canceling out the TP.
Oh my goodness.
That's
what a
insane.
game one. What a game one, huh?
Yeah, if that's going to be the series, I mean, like, we're in for it. Let's look at these damage numbers as, oh boy, Odog is top of CBD's damage chart.
Well,
followed closely by the Ziggs.
KibCat, I am so sorry.
I even talked up KibCat. I said that KibCat was usually right with these things.
Yeah. But hey.
Sorry, chat. I believed.
Them's the breaks.
Yeah, I'm gonna tango real quick and get some water because I'm gonna need it.
Did someone do a takes two to tango, or you're just getting water?
Huh? Is it? Yeah. You can just take 2 to. I'm just letting you know, and you know.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the. You know. I'll be right back.
All right, chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed game 1. I know I certainly did. What a banger. We will see what is in store for us in these next couple of games. Yeah. Certainly no less than I would expect out of these two teams. I mean, two competitors for sure, both high ranked in the regular season, both finding themselves at the end of a long slog of a loser's bracket, trying to find a victory to the finals and their ticket to LBLCS fame. To bragging rights.
Where's my lobby invite, bro?
Fine. I don't know.
Alright.
Doesn't look like they're in a lobby yet.
Bopes is. Bopes is creating custom. Okay. I messaged him. I immediately got a lobby invite.
Wow, you're cool.
I'm just the best.
All right.
Here, I'll give you one too since I like you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a straight up lie, chat. That was a straight up lie.
Well, Fate, I hope you enjoy your schmeckles.
Oh, did Fate win?
Fate bet 20k, so Fate probably got about 70k schmeckles off of that.
That's
prediction.
gonna go straight to his head.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got quite the schmeckle pot. I've dwindled mine away. I bet on Team Fried Chicken. So the yeah, easy 75k, he says. All right. So you know, CBD just looking like the team to beat right now.
Oh my God, Zelius says he got 70k as well from his all in.
Oh, schmeckles
Huge
are
payout.
changing hands tonight.
If you lost your Schmeckles betting on Elventus, you know, round 2's coming right up. You know, you never know which team turns it around in this one.
Now they get the lower seed gets side selection, right?
I have no idea how it works.
On game 2's, I believe lower seed gets side selection. Technically speaking, I think CBD are lower seed they're lower seed by 1.
So is it still seeding that is determining it here, or because like doesn't it matter like which bracket you came in from? Because like one team Elventus was in
either way, Elventus would be upper.
Ah, okay, that's good then. Sure.
So do you have a it looks like they're staying on the same sides unless they're about to do a swap.
I think Bopes was in on red side at the start, so if Bopes is choosing, that means that Bopes probably chose red, which would make sense, right?
They just won on red.
They picked up a red side win for sure. They would go for it again. Yeah.
But I think it's really smart having the ban advantage and then saying, okay, well, you can't ban out our top laner, and we're just going to save him counterpick. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. And they've played to that lane so far. Luke spent a lot of time in top lane last game. Diving tower like 3 times.
Yep. It looks like they might be trying to figure out how to swap this around, though. I'm not sure, because I see boy named Luke. Oh. Mighty! You're trolling!
Oh, I'm not. It's good. Alright, Bopes is playing support this game, perhaps. Castile is sitting in top lane for CBD. Whenever Bopes does this and the lobby name is Bopes' game, I always assume he didn't put a password. So if anyone in chat wants to test that theory, go right ahead. I shouldn't say that, right?
I missed what you said because I was messing with things in OBS.
I don't think the lobby is passworded because the lobby name is Bopes' game.
Why would you say this? Do you just worship sweet, sweet chaos? Is that
I
what
love
it is?
chaos. It's one of my favorite things.
Alright.
And so I think that I think it's probably not passworded. That's what I'm saying.
It's happened before in LBLCS games.
Yeah, it's happened with CBD. So yeah, I'm not just saying this. There's some context.
Some precedent, you might even
Precedence, yeah.
Alright. Well, we've got a spec link. We're waiting on it to fire up here as the teams solidify their situation.
I think some other players might have taken a bathroom/water break or whatever. You know, grabbed another coriander kind of thing.
That's very valid.
Yeah. I know that Dutch is almost certainly enjoying a coriander with this game.
Okay. I see. Yeah. I still remember my first. It's such a. It's a weirdly foreign concept to me for whatever reason. I don't know.
What?
Well, it was until I joined the LBLCS. I had never really associated casually drinking and playing League.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I just never. I just didn't ever link the two. I don't know.
I played a lot of like ARAM tourneys and stuff in college, and that's really the only way to play them. So, because you do them, we would hold little LANs and stuff.
That's so fun. I wish I had that in college. I just had a nightmarish amount of work and extracurriculars.
Yeah, and then now there's just like this kind of. It's not like a true after-hours league, but a lot of the people in this league just are unwinding in the afternoon, and that's what they're doing with their buds.
It's basically like Rec and Ed, but for League of Legends, right?
Yeah.
It's good. It's nice. It's relaxing.
It is. This is really nice. We've got a lol guest monster in the chat asking if we're gonna see a drunk Shen. Maybe. I like the idea,
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I do too.
You sound less enthusiastic. I'm not sure.
Drunk Shen is a bit of a meme in my community. So I that might be I don't recognize the username, but I recognize the Drunk Shen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see. So you think it might be a pointed reference to something that you're meant to remember?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a secret chatter that might know Popova. I like it.
I don't. It makes me uncomfortable.
You're gonna get an angry DM from whichever friend it is later.
I'd be like, how do you not know it's me, bro? No, none of my friends would do that.
Or not, and it's just somebody who really enjoys Drunk Shen.
Mm-hmm. Or as I like to call it, Shrunk Den.
Drunk Den. That's dope. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Castile's probably taking a minute. Stream R for draft. Are we ready for draft?
Yeah, I've been ready for draft for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I guess they're gonna get the draft rolling, even though there's a few that we might be waiting on.
I mean, as we all know, it only takes a couple of team members to draft.
Yeah, I mean, for example, Coffee House could do their entire draft while Popoba's absent, and it wouldn't change a thing.
That's mostly true. Sometimes I put input on who I'm playing, you know?
Sure. Do they listen, or?
Okay, I definitely... Lol Guess Monster is 100% someone I know. I think it might be Mr. Damian, but I'm not sure.
Is it Damian?
It might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Damian is definitely one of my favorite options, so I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We are starting to get shuffled here. Looks like Smoofle is a little bit out of position, but that'll get sorted eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how that happened, because I'm pretty sure Smoofle was in Spectate, so they've like jumped around in the worst possible way.
Witchcraft.
Huh?
Bounties to the enemy team.
Oh, I realized I started browsing things, and then I realized all the sounds that go through my headset are going to go to stream, so I can't watch YouTube.
You can do it on your phone, right? Well, chat. What was he watching? Now I gotta know.
I think they cannot tell what it. I doubt they would be able to know what it was. I mean, I can tell you what it was. It was League related.
Okay, YouTube recommendations are so scuffed that I'm pretty sure someone in chat has seen the same video as you.
Oh, hey, here we go. We got an Irelia ban. Elventus saying that's a problem for us. Set ban, still the response from the beer drinkers.
Yeah, I don't expect CBD to change any of the first three here.
Nope.
What was Elventus's first three? They had Morgana,
Jinx,
and
Tom Kench.
Tom Kench, yeah.
So, swapping out the Jinx for the Irelia, keeping the Morgana ban, which I like. The number of times I've seen a Morgana in Clash and they absolutely destroy me is way too high to count. Like, what is Nunu worth if his snowball doesn't affect them? SME.
Or Thresh. It probably counters a lot of these hook engaged champions that they're looking for. The Volibear actually going to replace Tom Kench potentially here.
Which I like. That is Boyne Luke's signature. So, getting that out of here. But that will be all of the bans we get to see from Elventus. So, Jinx, open, perhaps contested. Leona still open from that last game.
Yep, got the Tom Kench available again.
Along with the Mundo, so you've got a plethora of choice.
I would like to see a Graves solo lane this game.
If you're into a bunch of tanks, I don't want to see a Graves. I don't think it's just that good there.
I would have liked it mid for Sonora. I don't know if he plays it.
I like the Camille ban. Misfortune looking to be the first pickup here. It was really good on Smoofle. Smoofle was quite good on it. So I don't.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a Mumu, just paired with it. I think that would have made their comp a lot better.
Well,
the Thresh was huge.
Okay, Leona first pick from CBD. Graves second.
Graves. Well, yep. I could see Luke playing that, but I definitely think that's a potential Clovis or Odog pick as well. So still a three-way flex. There's no way Bopes will play Graves bot.
I think it's mid. I think that Graves is destined for mid, and I don't think it's really a flex. But I could be wrong.
I know Luke would play it.
Okay.
So, but I think it's best in mid in my opinion. That's what I think. Oh, not a Xin Zhao, man.
Do you not like Xin?
It's like, all right, my solo queue bans are Vex and then Xin, and I will just ban Xin if I think that there's a chance Vex will be banned by someone else.
Oh, I play Xin Zhao all the time. He's so much fun.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything about it on like any of the casts all season because I didn't want you to know that if I potentially played you in playoffs, I hate the champion because I know you play it,
Mm-hmm. I play a lot of it too.
Yeah, it's just the worst.
Well,
if you're playing 80 carry, you just can't auto him.
Yeah. My team blinds for me all the time, so he's like a very safe blind pick.
Yeah.
I like the Rakan, but again, Elventus going for very squishy composition. Xin Zhao,
I'm happy with CC.
Yeah.
This is good.
Now, Xinjiao can build pretty aggressive, like, tank destroyer. Like, given the Gordrick nerfs, I don't even think Sunder is that bad on him right now. I think Eclipse can be good on him. It'll be interesting to see what Keystone he goes. I would expect PTA or Hail of Blades after the nerfs. Ezreal response from CBD. Which
I don't know about this Ezreal. This is...
I do. They're putting Bopes on something safe so that Leona can roam.
I think I like the adjustment from the Ziggs. I don't feel like that was the biggest impact from Bopes, especially against this MF. But I don't know. Ezreal, I'm a little skeptical. Lissandra being banned out. Obviously, Alventus doesn't have 2 more bans, so they will be waiting out this timer. Lissandra makes sense.
Can you not just ban nothing?
Not in pro draft. Yeah, I don't think you can ban nothing in pro draft. They could
targeting the mid, but not taking away the LeBlanc.
They could ban stuff that they don't think CBD would play, but then what if they ban something that CBD is going to play, right? Ban Ivern, they're saying okay. So this is CBD telling them, hey, we ain't picking Ivern. Go ahead and ban it.
Not that they could, if they wanted to anyway.
No, what about my Ivern top? Okay, so Alventus opting not to ban their Ivern top. They're going to hold on to that potential. And now CBD's got to think, well, what if they are actually playing Ivern top? This is kind of scary, guys. Should we pick it?
Okay, they take the LeBlanc away. That was their call.
Yeah, this makes sense. They banned Lissandra, and the 2 things I was thinking initially were Lissandra is annoying for Irelia and LeBlanc. Irelia banned out, so LeBlanc is the logical, next option. I like that takeaway. Sonora Star looked really good on it. Lux is sort of a good pick into LeBlanc. You can Q after the W on LeBlanc and try to hit both locations, so she can't just disappear and jump away.
He was buffed on this patch too, right?
Yeah, I think so. So, Sonora Star, I think, gonna have to show some mastery on Lux to really make that pick shine, but not a bad matchup.
Someone in chat saying, play Tom Kench into LeBlanc, easy peasy. Gwen is the hover now for Alventus.
Yeah, and I like this idea.
I like
this
it
is
too.
Good for top lane.
That's very good. It's a tank buster. It's super strong, something I would love to see Dreadful on. I don't know if I've seen a Gwen in the LVLCS yet. I think this might be a first.
I mean, Altazi was playing it a bit in the early season for Evil Rival Dojo placeholder / Dewey Slinky. And so it's been in a few games to my knowledge, but...
Well, I'm certainly excited to see it in this competition. There you go. There's the Wukong you were talking about.
This is one of the picks I was thinking of, yeah. It's just not possible to play like Mundo or Tom Kench into Gwen. You just don't. You're not gaming. So Wukong's an option. Not my favorite option, but probably not the worst.
Yep. Vitstorm, first time chatter, saying they prefer this over the real LCS. Thank you. Thanks for joining us here at the Low Budget LCS. We appreciate you.
And the quality of these games are certainly better. So.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean.
We will be seeing the same pick ban going through with their picks in order.
I need to update the score.
It's the only flex pick that we were concerned about here was the Graves. It does end up going jungle. It's just a little bit surprising, but
yeah. I mean, I think after I saw the LeBlanc, I was like, okay, it's got to be jungle because I don't feel like Graves is in ODog's champ pool.
Yeah. ODog definitely preferring the tank picks, and I don't figure that like it's that bad in jungle this game, but this is a very different team comp from what they had in game 1. And usually if you win the first game, you try to keep as many things, consistent as you can. Right?
Yep. I think getting Luke off the Volibear will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how he plays on something that isn't as engaged and is more damage focused. Again, Graves only really has a slow. So, certainly intriguing here.
Yep. I'm excited to see Dreadful on that Gwen this game. I feel like last game Dreadful just didn't really have an opportunity to to really shine through as a kind of a star player for this lineup.
I want another Dreadful Pentakill.
Yeah, Gwen definitely a champ that could happen on.
Mm-hmm.
Cursive NA saying, I'm pretty sure TK beats everyone in lane TBH, even Gwen.
Oh, right, Cursive. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
That's a take.
Odog, whether he agrees with you or not, did not end up going down that route this game. But, you know, Odog is kind of a master of the tank champion, so if anyone could pull that off, I bet it would be him.
Yep. I'm excited to see this play. This looks like it's going to be a very explosive game. Similar to the last game, we had a lot of action.
Yeah, I think this game we actually have even more potential for that, as the lane matchups have been, you know, shaken up quite a lot, especially in the mid and top lane, where, you know, I think they're even more contentious.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
I don't
can do
actually know who I
prediction.
favor. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. I'm gonna think about who I'm favoring on this one. Lane by lane, it's really, really hard to say. I mean, obviously, top, I would say Gwen probably gets the better of just a bit. But then mid matchup's probably just totally skill. And everything's going to be affected by these two junglers. So, yeah, I like the drafting much better from Elventus this time. I think they have a lot more ways to play their team fights, and you know, they even have a split pushing threat with the Gwen now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all around a bit better. I also don't know if I like CBD's comp as much. I think it's still good. It's definitely something that they've shown before, but it's a little bit less of a cohesive identity compared to last game.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Rakanal, you don't think initially as being that great setup but for Leona, but if you have everyone walking into bullet time, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they can really coordinate that, I mean, the last game they were, you know, I think Castiel and Sonora Star showed a lot of synergy as well, but Smoofle and Castiel in the bot lane were making some pretty nice plays. It just didn't really come through in that late game, and a lot of that had to do with the team comp.
Yeah. And now the stakes here are elimination. This is the second to last match in the Financial League, finally coming to a close. Started all the way back in what, June?
Oh yeah. It has been like half a year of Financial League.
It's been longer than the actual, like an actual LCS split. Like,
Yeah.
dramatically. Certainly longer than Worlds is going to take.
Yeah. I actually don't know which will be done first, Worlds or this.
Well, we were... Coffee House is considering trying to get the finals this weekend, if we can. I was, at least. So, we'll see.
Yeah, obviously the final decision is not, you know, up to you, but, you know.
Yeah, right. In fact, most final decisions are not up to me. I just play whatever they give me.
Yep, I know. Yep. It's okay. I mean, I respect the guy who can really, you know, do as he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah. Exciting, though. So, whoever loses is out. Whoever wins goes to finals. That's what we're dealing with. It's a Fnatic versus G2 from the LEC Summer Split.
Technically, CBD can lose, right? This is game 2.
True. For this game, CBD can lose and not be out. Tie up the score 1-1.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For the series, gotcha.
Yeah, but do you think Fnatic versus G2 in the LEC playoffs this summer is an apt comparison? I certainly think so.
These teams are obviously better, but I mean, sure, it's not bad.
Yeah. That's 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'd put CBD. They're probably like
they're a top 3
they're
LEC
like
team.
T1 level ish, maybe like AHLE on a bad day.
Yeah. I mean, Clovis and Chovy do sound pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it.
and then Elventus, obviously, it's like their EDG, right? Like that's just
Yeah. And don't forget, Bopes is better than Deft. So
I mean, come on, Deft.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I remember this. It's actually kind of rich that that people are like laying into Deft this year, because like I remember way back when it was like Imp and Deft and like a couple other Chinese ADCs that were all in contention for like the best in the world,
Hmm.
and I was like, Deft is such a boring guy to watch. This was before he went to China, but and I was like such an Imp fanboy, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "No, Deft is way better." Yeah, Imp's kind of into, yeah.
Okay,
And
Zelius.
I'm just getting my kicks now that everybody's like, "Deft sucks."
Zelius coming out in the chat with the Popova kind of sounds like someone you don't know, that's like the fourth time I've heard this.
It is true, but there's a big difference, honestly. Like, you have similar like speech mannerisms too, a little bit sometimes, but I can definitely tell the difference pretty easily.
Oh, okay, Mighty. All right.
You know, I'm just like that. You know,
You're just
It's,
cracked. Yeah.
yeah. I've got to get an ear for that kind of thing.
Yep.
Looks like we did load in. You're all set, right?
Yeah, I've got it going. Both
right.
AD carries taking cleanse, both mid laners taking TP. Dreadful has opted for the disgusting combination of Ignite Teleport.
Yep, I like it.
Ooh,
It's,
5-man. Hang on, 5-man invade coming out from CBD. Gets spotted out by the 5 point. They're going to drop that ward and... Oh, they're just going to leave. Very sad. Very sad.
yeah, no fighting in this one. Not the best level ones for either team. I guess Rakan is actually fairly good. But, you know, just opting for a little vision and actually a counter ward on the top side on that red buff placed by Duddy Brains. So, not really a win for either team that way.
Yeah.
Looks like they're actually pinging out Wukong, which, you know, that's the top laner, so it's not giving anything away just yet. But as soon as Graves shows up, they will know that this is a top start out of Boy Named Luke.
Yeah, interesting. Going for the bot. Again, a great starting topside. Going for perhaps an early bot. It'll be interesting to see what is... Ooh, okay, spots out that ward. I kind of wish he had given it to Odog completely, because I think that lets Odog spike to level 2 significantly faster.
Yeah.
And really get an edge in this top lane matchup. Especially since you are going to be pathing presumably bot early, although it does look like he's going for those Krugs.
Yeah, I think he's going to full clear and just try to avoid the Xin Zhao here.
The win now.
And I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that decision, honestly. I think once again they've picked for, you know, decent scaling with the Ezreal. They've got long range out of him for a late game poke, so they're not going to be in trouble getting poked out by a Lux here. And I'm a little upset that Bobes has cleanse. You know,
Yeah.
he's got a very safe champ and he's taking baby stuff. I mean, it's just like, you know, Bobes, come on.
Sonora Star landing the combo onto Clovis. Clovis looking for return damage, but not going to find nearly as much.
Yeah. Clovis does have the corrupting against the Doran's Ring, so every time Sonora Star gets trades like that without losing a lot of HP, that's actually huge. Because if they trade even, Clovis can just heal it up.
Yep. And we've got some Gwen Wukong matchup. Dreadful hitting the level 3 first. Getting this wave kind of pushed in. Not finding too much with the empowered snips, though.
Getting a big push through on the wave, though, and that's going to be
Ooh,
hopefully
that's a
some
good
denied
damage.
minion for his side. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I do see this being kind of tough for Odog, at least in the early game, before he gets some MR.
Yep. Interesting, though, that now the only option for the Zhao to gank from topside, after he finishes that clear, would be mid lane. And LeBlanc, not the easiest champ to gank.
We could see a nice setup from the Lux getting a binding, though.
Yep.
It's just a
but
matter
we
of,
do
like,
have Cassio
finding
going
angles.
pretty far forward here. And Boy named Luke, they is spotted out in the ward, though, so that's just going to be null and void.
This is good, though. Luke showing up down there and just getting a little bit of pressure is important, and it's going to help relieve a little bit of this pressure on the tower, helping Bobes get this farm without getting harassed.
Ooh, Odog can be in trouble here, though. The Zhao here. Already popped clone, has to flash. And, ooh, hang on. Now Sonora Star going in. Or Clovis going in on Sonora Star. Sonora Star answering.
Yeah, nice job for Odog to get out of there. And a good trade again from Sonora Star. Clovis is out of potions, so that damage is sticking.
Yep. Ooh, I like this positioning from Duddy Brains. Really good. Castiel here as well. Wait for the W to be used. Okay, flash goes. They're not. Oh, finds the tag. Goes in. First blood for Duddy Brains. Castiel taking up the turret for him perfectly. I mean, that's what you expect out of your diamond sub that costs you 2 bans, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, could be in a little bit of trouble here. Boy named Luke is going to see him. Flashes over the wall. Uses the blind. Castiel looking for the out. Dashes over the wall. Boy named Luke will not be able to follow.
Yeah, a little dicey there, but honestly, I think this isn't the worst thing for CBD. Obviously, Clovis not really respecting the roam there, and does get punished immediately with the flash burn and the death under turret. But, you know, Graves gets to full clear.
Yep,
Has to burn flash for not a whole lot, but
Dreadful is trying to keep this wave into his turret as much as possible, trying to maybe help set up or instill the fear of a gank, force Odog off the wave, but we do know that this is Zhou's bot lane, and it appears that CBD do as well, as they were question mark pinging that area of the map.
yep, good communication. Probably Luke calling that out. And it looks like Odog also put a deep ward on that Gromp. Sees that that camp is still up, so not gonna be too worried about that gank pressure. Is probably a little worried about this massive wave crashing in, though.
Yep.
And don't forget that Dreadful still has that TP, has the Ignite as well. So can look to TP down for a dragon fight that it looks like they're trying to start setting up.
Both top laners have TP. Could be a double TP angle. Although critically, I think Odog can cancel Dreadful's TP, and Dreadful can't cancel Odog's TP unless he kills him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can kill him. It's a distinct possibility.
Gray screen is best CC. Okay, Sonora Star getting collapsed on, has to go out. Castiel looking for the return. Is only level 3 though. Level 5 and 6 are the opponents dueling in mid lane. Xin Zhao pinging that he's on his way. Castiel taking damage. Boy named Luke getting slowed down. Proc from the Lux passive going on. Not gonna find anything just yet, as Smoofle and Bokes are being the lone 80 carries in the bot lane while the supports perma roam mid.
Yeah, and Castiel does tick up to 4 off of that wave in mid, but honestly, it's a little bit worrying if you're roaming a little too much to get level 6 before a dragon fight or something.
Ooh, Clovis finding Castiel, not quite gonna actually find him though. Ooh, Odog trying to fake out Dreadful. Dreadful calling him on it. Will take a turret shot, but gets a lot of good damage down there. Has the needle work critically. Odog now has, what is it? Is it Cyclone? Yeah, Cyclone.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
And,
Top lane champs.
I like this though from CBD, managing to get the first dragon. I thought with all the pressure that Elventus had a little bit before, perhaps they would have tracked. Boy named Luke, knew it was topside, go for that Drake, but they opted not to. CBD get the first Drake, they're going to like that one.
Yeah, I think it's just really important that they're playing off of Dreadful's lane on the side of Elventus, and maybe he was saying, no, don't do it just yet. I want to push this through, so you can't freeze it or something. And that timing just needs to line up for them.
Yep, Clovis level up, but 2 CS down. Sonora Star has a garage sale going on. They've got the tier for the mana sustain. They've got the Dark Seal for the scaling. They've got the refillable pot for the sustain. They've got the Amplifying Tome to build into whatever they're going to eventually build. And they've got the Pink Ward. So just
it's
really
an all-rounder sort of build, yeah.
Trying to go for this, It's like not even early. Is it early game focus? It's hyper. It's I don't know what it is, but I like the items.
He's one of those guys that it's like he doesn't really know what he needs, but he knows what might be good, so he's just picking all of it up.
Yeah. Well, he's putting his money into stocks and bonds. That Dark Seal.
Yeah.
It's like your aggressive portfolio. If things go right for you, it will amplify extremely quickly. Whereas the tier is like your bonds, right? Hang on.
Yeah.
As his bond portfolio might be deleted, Ignite goes down to Sonora Star, but he's underneath his own turret. Lots of damage being traded down. Oh, they're going to find the wrong one! Clovis tricks him out with the clone, but the needlework is here, but Gwen cannot find that, and they're going to be pinching themselves on that one. Lux ult goes wide. Oh, Duddy Brains looking aggressive here. He's going to try and take the camp away from Boy named Luke. Does Smite get that last proc on their passive? So that item will disappear from their inventory. They will have the entire Smite. Close looking for damage on this Smoofle. Castiel looking for a return. Dutch Krampus going in, though. That might have been a little bit too deep as the damage is going down. And Smoofle manages to get Dutch Krampus off of that play.
Yeah, and that was a messy fight, really playing on the knife's edge for both teams, but
This Herald
a little bit too
Boy
much
Blue.
bit off there.
He's going to get spotted out. He's going to get rooted up, but Castiel and Snorstar don't quite have the tools. Going to pull down Dreadful to help deal with this. Wukong maybe wants to pull up the top wave, but no, they're going to let them have Herald for this. Okay.
Yeah, so this is, you know, the Herald getting picked up. We saw the Dragon go over earlier for CBD. And I think we have to expect this top lane pressure to start mounting, you know?
Good damage from
they
both
might
AD
actually-
carries.
Ooh.
Castiel looking. Bullet time is available. Flash goes in, flash goes out.
Yep. Nice
But
reaction out
Krampus,
of both.
Back end, though, has Boy Named Blue. Castiel gets caught up. Does have a billion dashes, though, as that Rakan is just going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm surprised not to see the Rift Herald maybe used on the top side, but just gonna wait on that. I guess they'll wait for a better wave.
Yeah, the calculation I usually make is if you see 4 or 3 plates on a turret. Ooh, hang on. Odog committing the ult onto Snorstar. Snorstar not wanting this one, using that blast gun to get out of there. Duddy Brains in the area, but Odog and Clovis looking. There goes the Lux ult. Blue goes to the Lux, very good. Jin Chao ult committed. Odog does not have his ultimate, has to flash to avoid the Lux binding. Clovis running for his life now as well. Duddy Brains and Snorstar want this one. They smell blood in the water, but Dutch Krampus is here in support. Ooh, Solar Flare goes down, and 3 dive over the wall to commit, but instantly Castiel goes in with the knockup, and it's a disaster for CBD as 2 get picked up.
And I like that they want to commit and help Odog out. Odog getting frozen on the top lane, just looking for any way out of there.
Ooh, Smoofle
But
might be in trouble.
Drags the rest of the team down.
Good flash from Smoofle. And this is
Yeah,
exactly what I was
actually,
talking
Luke had
about.
ultimate.
Seeing
super
the
close.
4 plates on the mid tower, saying we can probably get first tower with this. It is defended by the LeBlanc, so they can't just be up there hitting it, but they can certainly get some plates out of it, prepare it to go down. Clovis taking a lot more poke. Luxalt will go wide. Odog looking aggressive, but does not have Cyclone.
Odog does not want to go back top. There's just
Nope.
no way.
I think the wave is just, like, permanently frozen.
Yeah, I mean, Dreadful's got it stuck right there.
If I were Elventus here, I think you need to reset for the Drake. It's
Yeah,
up
I mean,
very
they're-
soon.
They're honestly just sitting top and collecting so much gold. But then they're probably going to want to push that out and get Dreadful down off a reset for this dragon.
Yeah, almost a 800 gold differential just from CS for the Gwen.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty serious. And,
Ooh, hang on.
Odog-
Castiel and Snorstar find Odog. He's going to die here as well. You don't want to be in the top lane. You don't want to be in the mid lane. Where can you go? Castiel playing absolutely insane this game. Ooh, Luxel is going to land on the jungle as well. Castiel going forward doesn't quite manage to get the charm, though. There's a lot of disengage is in this Graves. Has to commit the flash and the ultimate to get out of that one. This dragon definitely going to go over to Elventus.
Yeah, nicely played. 5-0 score so far, not dropping any turrets like they did last game.
They're already
And,
at a 4K gold lead.
Yeah, they're kind of running away with this one.
Mythics.
I'd like to see
Go ahead.
some more play around Clovis, I think. It's just very, very difficult with Odog kind of engaging these fights.
Dreadful.
But-
Goes immune, but Clovis W's in to make sure the root sticks, but not too much going to happen out of that one. Good play from Clovis, though. Good micro tech. Knowing that you have to be within the Gwen W to affect her, and making sure to get that root.
Yeah, absolutely. That Gwen is just too much of a menace at this point, though. If she's able to start trading back, that Riftmaker is going to heal for a ton.
Yeah, and the stock investment from the LeBlanc, you know, the tier we always knew that was going to stack up. That's a sure thing. That's a bond. You know, some government bonds. But that aggressive, you know, those Tesla calls and the Dark Seal, those are paying off dividends right now.
Yeah, and starting to look pretty good in this Lux versus LeBlanc matchup in mid. Up 22 CS, 202 with a 200 gold shutdown.
Yep. Well, I think critically, Sonora Star is hitting the bindings, and Clovis is not hitting the chains. And that's...
Yeah.
If that happens, the Lux wins every time.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where LeBlanc just has to be a little bit crafty with the angles, because otherwise you can just throw a straight Q at the LeBlanc from the Lux, and you're hitting both, right? You're hitting the recall point and the dash.
Yep. Now, Duddy Brains, knowing that he's strong, knowing that his mid and top are very strong, he's like, hey, come help me out with this. I want to take resources away from Boy Named Luke. I want to push our advantage. Very smart. You might also see a top dive. Bopes getting taken pretty low, but it was a bait. Dutch Cramp is coming from behind. Smoofle trying to decide what to do. Smoofle goes forward. Solar Flare cleanse, but you're not going to live this one. Bullet Time goes out. Does get the return kill, actually. I'm going to eat my words. Smoofle makes a calculated play, and now Odog is in trouble on the top side. Needlework goes out. Duddy Brain's taking up the turret for now. Duddy Brain's only going to have one more in him, as Odog's surviving this quite well with the sustain. Needlework not going to be quite enough. Oh.
Really doing a great job.
That's not all of it, though. Dreadful looking forward. Getting the autos. Building up those stacks.
He's got W.
Not going to find it.
Yeah. I mean, Odog could even W there and just sneak out as well.
Yep.
So I think that's a really solid job. They are losing the mid turret. And I think it's a nice find for Graves to go gank that bottom lane. I've seen that before where Smoofle trades one back. And it's just so sad for CBD.
Yeah, still good. I think they could have, if they kept the Leona down there and pushed that turret, they might have been able to get it before Elventus and maybe get that first turret gold. But really good look from Sonora Star and Castiel to push that advantage on the mid lane. Get that turret after you commit the Herald there. Dreadful, being dominant in this top lane. 200 gold shutdown, no kill participation. Just 60 farm. 66 farm, actually.
And pretty perfect CS so far. 150 at 15 minutes. That's very, very nice. Not too shabby in the top side. I think they are going to start setting up for this dragon. It will be spawning. This is a... it's in 2 minutes.
The Mountain Soul, what you were wishing for last game for the tank composition.
Yeah, much worse this game, but,
It is what it is.
It's not a cloud, and I'm happy about that. No clouds this game.
No clouds. Yeah, my curse has been broken. I used to always get clouds as...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Buggleberry Finn is the one that was cursing you, and he's been taken care of, so not to worry.
All right, perfect. Did Mr. Dying Duck take care of it?
Yeah, well, one of them certainly took care of the other, and I have no comment on the matter.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Ducks are very powerful creatures. That's what he learned.
Ducks are terrifying, unironically terrifying. Duddy Brains.
Not as bad as the geese.
No. Geese are monsters.
Yeah. They're evil.
Yeah. Someone coming in saying, Elventus has a good lead. Okay, what do you think about each team scaling? Because they're saying CBD scales better, but I think just Gwen scales so well. And it's already in such a great position.
It's a tough call. I think part of the consideration is that Ezreal's going to be pretty good this game.
Yeah.
So, if Ezreal can scale up, I could see CBD having a really strong late game. But...
Yeah. Graves ultimate having to commit to the disengage. Odog looking for it. Not going to commit Cyclone just yet. A good amount of damage hits from the Ezreal are. And they have the LeBlanc in the backline that I don't think has been spotted out. Flash coming out from Dutch Krampus. They're using a lot of tools, but they do have a pretty decent health bar advantage and an Ezreal throwing poke in. Duddy Brains, someone needs to find and engage for this to be good for Elventus. But they've got two flankers. They've got the Wukong right there next to you. He's going to go. He's going to find a 4-man Cyclone. On top of that goes Solar Flare, but he gets charmed up. Big Gwen W, but a massive ultimate. Hang on. The ultimate gets canceled by Oldog. Second charge of the Cyclone in the back end. Cancels the smooth ultimate. Duddy Brains going in, going aggressive, but Duddy Brains is going to fall down. Dreadful now looking for the kill. Judge Cramp is ignited. He's going to fall down. Boy named Luke, the next target. Snip, snip. He goes on to the true damage circle, but Clovis and Odog aren't done. They have the back end. W in, but Clovis, that was a critical mistake, gets hit by Sonora Star, and now Odog has to run. Odog gets rooted up. Sonora Star finding the damage. Sonora Star getting the double kill, and that is almost certainly going to be Dragon for Elventus. Although they don't have jungler, and Ezreal is still alive. So maybe it's just a push mid angle. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, really well played fight out of Bopes, and you can see where that's going to start being really, really difficult to deal with in the late game. So many melee champions are just short range champions for the side of Elventus. Ezreal actually
might be in trouble here. TP is coming in. This is the Gwen, but Leona is here as well. That TP is just to keep you safe, Sonora Star. Don't overextend it, and they're paying. They want this dragon. That's what we fought for. That's what we're going to get.
And Bopes taking this recall is going to mean they're going to get it. They're probably trying to trade for this Herald on the top side. We see some things coming through.
Yeah, and I really like that. Herald, a strong objective, can help you open up the map a little bit. You've got the bot turret down, but you really like that mid turret, maybe the top turret, get some gold onto a critical carry, maybe funnel it. Hang on, Ezreal ult. Not gonna land. It was on the right trajectory, but we didn't get the spectator cam,
No, it panned us away immediately.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So we knew it wasn't going to happen. Spectator Cam is omnipotent.
Yep.
They do pick up this Herald. Just going to go ahead and Yamu's out. So Yamu's first item as opposed to going for a Mythic. I've seen this done on like MF before. And we are seeing
it on Grid a lot.
Eclipse MF this game, so looking for that damage. Also, Darksteel upgraded to Magize, so, you know, going for an even more risky investment portfolio is hang on. We might find something here. Castiel goes in, doesn't quite find the knockout. Odog commits Cyclone, they commit Solar Flare, but that's not nearly as good this time as hang on. Teleport is coming up, but it's going to get canceled. Clovis finds Sonorstar, but Sonorstar says, no! You! And now Duddy Brains finds the red buff. Castiel finds the knockoff onto the boy named Luke. It's disaster. Boy named Luke just going to have to eat the bullet time, and Elventus are just smacking them with their wallets.
That bottom play was huge, actually. That risky investment into the Medjais immediately pays off, and that was kind of a do-or-die moment for Sonorstar.
It looked like tactical TPing in the middle of lane, and then it ended up working.
Yeah, I cannot believe that, and I know that Clovis is going to be kicking himself after that. Any like slight, you know, change in angle there might have saved him, because you're fighting a guy that can't respond until you finish your CC.
True.
Right? You can't even cancel those anymore, so...
You can't cancel TP anymore?
I don't think so.
I never take TP because I play jungle.
Yeah,
no one goes
I don't
teleport
either.
smite. So.
TP is one of those, you know, non-ignite mid player kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I never do that.
Now, gold lead is expanding. They're looking for Dreadful here, but... This is a very fed Gwen. We'll see what can happen. Gwen is immune. Gwen is immune. And that is Solar Flare committed for nothing.
Yep. Fun champ. Nice job, Riot. Good plan. I'm not mad.
Okay, out of Riot's releases this year, though. Like, I think... Was Gwen this year or was Gwen last year?
I don't know. Did they...
Gwen was this year, right? Because she was right before Viego, because that's the whole thing?
Yeah, she was this year. But it's all blurred together, man. It's like one big year. My whole life.
Gwen is less bullshit than some of their other releases.
No, that's definitely true. I actually like Gwen's design, except for that, you know, totally untargetable zone.
I didn't know you could knock up Herald like that. They're gonna get a charge off on the mid turret, but that's about all it's gonna be. And that is the first time I think they have touched this mid turret.
Yeah, I think it is, and not the best Herald usage. Not having a wave to come in with it. At least it gets the charge off.
Mm-hmm.
But they ended up trading that one for some kills and a dragon earlier, and I think that kind of feels bad now.
Yep. Ooh, Root lands, and that is night. Medjai's get stacked up even more. Sonorstar absolutely killing it with these Lux bindings.
Yeah, what was it? Rapid Star was the Azubu mid laner way back when who loved to play Lux?
I don't know.
This is give me like Rapid Star flashbacks or whatever that guy's name was.
Someone in chat tell us.
Similar name.
Yep. Odog is here, does have the Cyclone, could be good onto the Baron. Baron does cause you to take increased damage. Oh, the Luxalt is going to find the Ezreal. One long-range light champion murders the other. What's normally an iconic duo is now a faded rivalry. This Baron is just going to be picked up there, not too much of a contest. And almost...
Sonorstar is putting on a clinic with this Lux in this game. It might actually need to get banned, I'm not sure.
It's almost a 10k gold lead right now.
Yeah.
And 4k of that is in the mid lane.
Yeah, if that Lux finds someone, they are dead. It doesn't actually matter who it is at this point.
They don't even have death cap yet. They've just got one needlessly large rod.
That's, like, ridiculous. And they're almost fully stacked on the Medjais.
Yeah. No, I will say, if CBD's comp looked like it did last game, I think that the Lux is a lot harder of a time blowing people up. You know?
Yeah.
So I think there's an argument that if that's the draft you're going for, maybe you don't need to ban the Lux. But...
Yeah, well, the Gwen is the real issue for picking those champs, right?
Very true. And critically has both the Riftmaker and the Nashers on these kinds of champions. That's what you're looking for. That's all your items. You can split push to the high heavens now, and no one can stop you. Maybe if they bring all 5.
Yeah, this is really, really tough for CBD now. Oh, God.
Oh! It's disgusting. Dreadful is going to get rooted.
That's not allowed.
Oh my goodness, but they lost Bopes from the Lux just sniping him out.
That's just not allowed, man. That's so illegal.
Clovis retreating from the bot lane as Dreadful just goes to pick up the Drake, as the rest of Elventus just keep them pinned inside this inhibitor turret.
Yeah, and there's just this impossible situation for CBD. They have 2 lanes that nobody wants to match.
And goodbye.
That's just gone, yeah.
Don't even need the bullet time there. Just Smoofle wanted the assist, you know?
Yep, it's literally an assist ult. Lux can handle the rest of this game on her own.
Fully stacked Medjais. They could probably end right now if they wanted to, but they're going to play it a little safe, go for that bot turret, get a little bit more gold, probably get another back end, get Lux for death cap, and then...
You can't, if you're CBD, you can't send anyone to match the Gwen and actually hope to win, right?
Nope.
Your only hope is probably to somehow kill Lux and drop those Medjay.
Oh, the Lux ult
Out of
misses
there.
critically. Odog's Cyclone goes big. A good ult from Duddy Brains, negating damage on the backside, though. So not going to suffer too much for that one. Odog hitting people with the Cyclone, but no follow-up, getting taken super low by these Lux spells. It's just non-stop artillery fire from Sonora Star right now.
Yeah, and that could just be another one-shot on the Dutch. It doesn't look like the ult's going to get committed. It's still on cooldown from the last one.
It's so fast, though. Look, it's up in another couple seconds here.
I'm forgetting that there is that thing where if you get a takedown with it, it
30
halves the cooldown.
30-second cooldown is the base right now.
So Lux didn't find the Wukong initially, so that thing is still on cooldown, but most of the time it's probably not.
No, Final Spark is back.
Yeah, now it's up.
Okay, yeah.
MF pinging it, 17 seconds coming up on that ultimate as well. It just really shouldn't matter, but...
Yeah, absolutely. Odog trying to fight Dreadful here, but Gwen has...
I'd like to see Odog go and try to pick this Lux, and that's like the only thing they can do, right? They just have to kill her, or it's kind of GG.
Yeah, I think he needs to wait for his ult to be back up to do that, though. Needs that CC for her, otherwise he just eats a binding to the face.
Yeah, they can go for that 1-2 with maybe Dutch leading the way and Odog going in on top, but they're starting to lose inhibitors here and running out of time.
Slow bleed. They've got really good use of the side lane pressure from Dreadful. Leave Dreadful in the top lane, make him pull up 2, and then we push on to the inhibitor while he snips whoever walks up to him. Really good push and pull. A good demonstration of how you play with a side laner.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to end up with that bot inhibitor as a reward. Still holding 3 people in the top lane. Dreadful.
Oh, Clovis goes in. Cassiel misses the
Ooh.
knockup. That's not going to turn into anything, but this turret will almost certainly fall, as Duddy Brains is now here to support, and these are some strong fighters. Oh, good charm, good knockup. Bullet time lands onto a lot. Odog looks to cancel it, but he's gone too low in the process. And
Yeah, nasty bullet time.
This is 3 inhibs. They're just choking CBD out of this game.
Looks like we missed or at least I missed a Lux ulti there. It's on cooldown still. Means it didn't find a kill.
It's going to be back up in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, and see who it finds.
Yeah.
As they're almost certainly going to be forced to
flashing
fight
in,
here.
but gets found by the Lux ult. Pops his shield, though. Gonna survive for a couple of seconds here. Does get taken down before the Nexus falls. And we've got a series! Let's go.
Yeah, not a super close game 2, but lucky for CBD, they did pick up game 1, so they're allowed.
Okay.
What do you think they need to do for an adjustment in this game 3? I think Gwen is a problem.
I think Gwen
That's what I'm
is
thinking.
a problem. It's hard, though, because I think, so first game, they're like, okay, we're going to ban these 3, and then we're going to pick tanks, and everything's going to go good. And then game 2, Elventus say, okay, well, we're going to pick Gwen and Lux. How about that? And they didn't really have a great answer. They tried using the Wukong. It didn't look that great into the Gwen. Dreadful looked kind of like it was like game 1 didn't really look like Dreadful. Game 2 did. That's just my take. And I'm going to ask you to vent for a bit while I go get some more water.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking here is CBD is in a spot where essentially they have a team that likes to play through their tank top lane player. And they're put in a hole where they have to ban all these losing matchups against Dreadful in order to actually execute on that team comp. Or they can just sacrifice a lane and play the tank top anyway. But the adjustment's very, very difficult because, when you're used to playing through a lane, you really are not going to be preferring to pick into a losing matchup there. So the adaptation out of CBD is going to be a hard one. I'll have to see exactly what they want to do. Maybe they make the adjustment to playing a bit more through mid. We've seen Clovis play these picks like Aurelia, like Yone, and even a little bit of Zed. So potentially one of those comes through, and we try to play through the mid lane, maybe get a winning matchup with that red side pickup, as they are on red side again from the lineup so far. Which is a little bit surprising because I'm pretty sure Alventus should have pick or side selection for this one. So it could change up before the game gets started, but not 100% sure either way at this point. If they do have the red side, they will have the opportunity to counterpick for either mid or top. But I would probably prefer to see that mid counterpick come through, since top lane, they just generally want the tank matchup no matter what. And Dreadful can just kind of blind whatever winning matchup against like Tom Kench and Mundo, even like things like Ornn, just kind of go for it. We got Core Eva saying, keep Wukong and Leona, but change everything else. Wukong is never ever going to be a threat to a dedicated split pusher. Yeah, I think even just going for one of the full tank guys and then just losing top and playing through mid is an option. I think I love the Leona pick. Continuing with that, giving those big engage options is good. Gwen was super annoying that way, though. As just not being able to Leona ult that big carry in the top side causes a whole lot of problems. So you can just kind of immune it and laugh it off. Hello, hello, welcome back. We do have a spectate link in the chat if you want to grab that. I don't know if you can see the chat.
That's like hella pog. Did they swap it up this time, or are they keep
it looks like so Alventus should have side selection, and they're opting for blue again. So
they did just
interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking a good adaptation for CBD might be trying to counter for mid and kind of play through mid lane. Since do you have enough bans for Dreadful?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you just opt for that losing tank matchup in top side and go for. Go for just the play through mid strategy.
For sure. As
I see the just pick Malphite, definitely another ODog champion. It's potential for that, They're asking if we're ready. Are we ready?
I already said casters are.
Oh, they're not asking, you're telling. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. You didn't ask me. I'm not upset about it or anything, but, you just didn't ask.
I mean, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
And don't be silly. I'm always ready.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem. What do you mean? Who's got a problem? I'm going to say right now, I love that there's matching emotes for the side of CBD. Definitely stepping their game up right now.
Beautiful. Now, Aurelia still going to be the first man out from Alventus.
Going into this.
Interesting that they identified that as the problem.
I think it's smart because they were winning that mid matchup, and Aurelia was just able to farm her way out. It's like the same bans from Alventus would not surprise me in the slightest. CBD would just ban Camille here, I think, to be consistent with the other games.
Last time, but Gwen, yeah, there it is.
Okay. So probably worried that Gwen's a little bit more early pickable than Camille, and might just opt to ban the Camille later if it's not a top lane pick earlier in the draft.
Well,
do you see the misfortune immediately?
Yeah. Both times they've been saving top mid for the second rotation, which I expect them to do again unless they're like, we really want to put Prio on this Lux. So, I think that banning out the Gwen doesn't do a whole lot. Dreadful on Camille sounds pretty strong. But
yeah, I would be surprised to see Lux early picked up. I think that was more a product of like the pick ban up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see a Graves.
Smoofle in chat. Ban MF, please. They are forcing me to play it. I want to play something fun.
Out of this jail. Guys, we have a hostage situation live on stream.
Smoofle being forced to play in Misfortune again. All 3 games. I mean, you look great on it. Like, you really do.
I like this Echo pickup here for CBD. Probably a
Okay.
jungle pick.
I remember I was seeing someone play, and it was a 3-game series, and whoever had Echo won. So
Yeah, yeah. We were casting that one. Remember? I don't. I
Yeah.
think it was an economy game,
yeah, I think so.
economy series. Yeah, that was a fun one. 20 kill echoes every game. Absolute banger.
Really sure.
There's the Camille. Oh.
Yep. So Dreadful, just fuck it. I am gonna have to blind anyway. Just give me Camille. So
I could totally see ODog Malphite right here. I could totally see it. I don't know if it's good, but it can't be that bad, right?
yeah, but I do just like Dreadful on these kinds of picks.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
And,
think this is big with like the combo potential as well. You start getting this diving CC champion to go along with the Rakan.
Yeah, I do think that the Echo makes
Oh!
Smoofle's job a lot harder. There's the Jinx.
Piltover's Playboy, bringing out the big guns. Respect.
Okay.
Now this is a scary pick because we haven't seen Bopes really come alive yet in this series, but this is his pick. He can definitely do it with the Jinx.
Okay. That ban says Malphite to me.
Yeah,
Banning
it
the
really,
Silas?
really does. Yeah, and actually, Alventus is out of bans again, so there's no way to stop it, right?
Well, if they don't pick it up after the second rotation of bans, they could take it away before last pick, right?
Right. So you're saying if CBD doesn't blind it
CBD
right away,
should, because they
Yeah, they
see
should.
the enemy top.
and there's absolutely no reason not to save mid counter. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a Malphite pretty easily here. I think who was it? Coreva in chat that called that one out.
Yep.
Definitely thinking ahead there.
Spoofle.
What is
You've got a
this?
series to play. Get out of here.
They're just chilling in chat. You know, it's pretty hard to be locked in MF jail and then not vent in chat. You know, there's the Malphite.
And
we're
there's
expected.
the rock solid. Gets locked in here. Or
Yep.
the side of the Canadian beer drinkers.
I think we want to see some sort of like AoE mid laner here to combo on top of that. It doesn't have to happen, but I like the idea.
Like an Oriana.
Yeah, like an Oriana would be good. Even just like a Quirky or something would be fine. You know. Imagine package on top of all that would be so sick, actually.
Yeah.
Sejuani, I like Sejuani here. It's not impossible for Jinx to cut through these tanks, but it is a little bit slower than just one-shotting everyone with the Runaan's crits.
Yeah, Camille, though, gonna be quite the menace. Gonna help Sejuani stack up those stuns. Rakan,
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Rakan, are his autos melee or ranged?
I think he's melee.
Because he whips his cape, right?
Yeah, he has a pretty long auto attack range, but it's just within the melee range, I'm pretty sure. Okay, LeBlanc here, we could see a Lissandra would be pretty good, actually. I think Lissandra makes a lot of sense to me right now. The damage, you can get a lot of damage out of Echo in the jungle as well, so I don't think you're worried about it.
No, I think you can go ahead and pick whatever you want. Whatever you feel is strong. Yasuo? If I don't know if Clovis plays it, but
Oh, he plays a ton of Yasuo. Okay,
Well-
he's going for the Yone. Yone is also fine here.
CBD's comp looks kind of disgusting. But
It does.
They all have to come online. None of these guys are particularly early game focused.
I'm gonna give the R for the casters here.
Yeah. I will wait for the
I
prediction
think
until
they have really good scaling.
Should I do prediction now, or do we just know where everyone's going? Pretty much, I should do prediction. Now.
You can do it now. Just put it for 5 minutes. There's all the picking time, and I like to leave the prediction up while we're going through that pause time.
I'll wait a little bit then. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like we have a lot of downtime in between. It's nice to give chat something to click on, you know, while you know how chat gets, you know. Why people pick LeBlanc into comps that want to deathball? LeBlanc is a really powerful pick, and if you can just find that angle where Leona stun's not available or Malphite has blown R, and just eliminate a Jinx, it's super, super potent. So, you know, don't discount it right away. It is a hard to execute pick, especially into a team like this, though. So, Agree there. But, their identity isn't necessarily full on team fight, and I think it would be difficult to play that into this comp anyway. So changing it up with a couple of picks that are better at doing different things can help. I think we're looking at a similar situation to game 1 though with this draft, where the burden of execution seems just a bit higher for Alventus, and CBD is more in a comfortable area with what they picked up.
Yeah, and Coriva in the chat complaining about LeBlanc being picked up so many times in this series. Looks like it's a contested pick.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was getting at just a second ago, but it's really potent if they always second item Morello Sag. Yeah. It is a Yone matchup. It's going to be pretty necessary to pick up this anti-healing and maybe not so many fun items coming through. So we are going through the draft that we've already kind of looked at. Tell me about what you think these lane matchups are going to be like
You're scared.
for both sides. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think top is the worst matchup as far as just like one side having a clear advantage. I think it gets better. Malphite will definitely get to a point where he's not like, especially if he doesn't die or go down like 50 CS, it'll get a lot better. But if any advantage goes over to the Camille, I think it's pretty hard. Um, I, yeah, I think as well. Well, Yone was last picked, so probably. Yeah. I mean, they do know that Clovis loves to pick this Yone. I think for the mid and bot matchups, and this is personal opinion, of course, mid seems kind of like a skill matchup. I've played both ends of this, although my Yone is really bad. So it might be better for Yone than I think. um, but I think it's kind of a skill matchup. I don't think it's very one-sided either way. Um, and then as far as bot goes, this one is probably supposed to be good for MF Recon. But Jinx is one of those deceptively strong champions in lane phase where, anything can happen. And if you lose lane to a Jinx, you really got to kill her. Like, you got to kill her fast, Because if she's allowed to free farm without being pressured, it's kind of game over,
I do think there, perhaps instead of seeing the Rakan roam up to mid lane, we could see the LeBlanc roam down to bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of hoping to see that in the first two games, but a little bit more of that interaction between mid and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Yone is just going to be trying to farm, so LeBlanc might have a little bit more freedom.
That is for sure. Oh, come on, guys. For how many Schmeckles were voted on the last two games? Come, you can do better.
This is a baby chat right now. Like, guys, there's a Schmeckle bet and a game 3. Show the team some love.
Oh, yeah.
Banana!
Okay.
Thinking about bananas right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I like bananas. It's good.
Wasn't that the famous quick shot thing? Banana. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his silver scrapes, sort of.
Game 3, pushing it harder than any of the quarterfinals at Worlds. I
Were they all 3-0s? They were all three. No, RNG
no,
and
no. The
EDG was a
LPL
3-2.
infighting was a certified banger.
That was a ridiculous series. I can't believe Annie gets banned at Worlds. Like, that's just not real.
I know.
Spoiler alert for people who haven't seen it. It's been a while, though.
Well, I'm excited for the rest of the Dumb One Invitational, but you know.
Okay, that one's going to lose. You know that, right? It's
Yeah.
a miracle they didn't lose to the Lions, is all I'm saying.
I know, it was kind of insane how they kept pulling it out.
Yeah, every game, you know?
Anyway, no more word spoilers. So we're going to get into this game. Spectator delay is finally over, and we have our last game.
I
of the
shouldn't tell them that
series.
T1 won Worlds?
Oh, dude, you can't read the script. Dude, Riot's not going to trust us anymore.
Are we going to lose our good standing with Riot after that? Uh-oh.
Can we even be in the, isn't there like league partner program? Can we be a part of that? Is that a thing?
So it's a shared Twitch account, technically.
Right.
That's why there's the situation where different streamers get different stream keys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that they can make the Twitch account a league partner, but and then by like extension, since it's not individual like players having Twitch account, kind of situation, I don't think we can be league partners like that.
Well, I think if they want to support the amateur scene that's really going to be developing the next generation of players, they need
That
to
they
think
should
about-
give me all the champs and skins. I agree.
Yeah, give Mighty Fool unlimited Riot points, and the amateur league scene will prosper. Easy.
Yes. And don't give it to Buggleberry Finn, and we're golden.
Yeah, in fact, take away Buckleberry Finn's infinite Schmeckles money hack.
And give them to me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
You
Oh.
get the Riot points. You don't get the Schmeckles and the Riot points. You gotta pick one.
I don't have to pick one. Just give them to me. It's good. I think you're ruining my fun, and I'm not about it. I'm not
Hang
here
on, let
for
me
that.
go over to LBLCS YouTube. Let's see. Schmeckle Gate.
Listen. We don't need to do that.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not? Then nothing happened. That's not a thing. Nobody needs to look. Or don't investigate anymore. I was cleared of all suspicion, and yeah,
Cool. Well,
certainly wasn't found guilty and sentenced.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Hextech Sejuani is the skin from Duddy Brain. That's quite the skin you got there.
That's a nice one. I like it.
Yeah, gotta spend those gemstones for that one. Unless you re-rolled it somehow.
Clovis, not to be outdone, has a pretty cool Yone skin as well. I think that's the Spirit Blossom with a chroma. Is that what that is?
Oh, support is lagging. Castiel.
I see, says Dutch. I wonder if something happened in bot lane for him to say that.
Perhaps it did. I'm not sure.
Doesn't look like anyone's lost HP, so I wonder what happened.
Well, it's classic for LBLCS games to have pauses, so you know.
Honestly, this is a way below average number of pauses, but if this one goes the distance, I mean, that would really, yeah. Looks like there are R's in the chat.
Yeah, but we will get the customary spectator bug double pause, so you know.
Yeah, I'm here for that. So, got to make sure that I'm really delayed,
Yep.
It's like we saw an R in the chat, but then we said, I'm lagging, and then another R. And a bunch of /all.
Yep. Cool Malphite skin, says Sejuani.
Yep, and then we have the unpause. We're getting back into it. Ready for that secondary pause coming through. Not quite.
Dutch Krampus looking aggressive on the Castiel here. Maybe hearing that they were lagging is all the confirmation that they needed.
Yep.
And here's the traditional pause.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
This is
We're chilling.
Standard fare here, the low budget LCS.
It's not just the low budget LCS, but a low budget client, and that's okay.
Very true. Now Dutch Krampus getting two, looking aggressive. Sonorstar going in, getting some good damage down to Clovis. Clovis returning in time. Minion's going to help him out with that one.
And this is one of the things about that matchup that's a little bit more difficult. That classic trading pattern of just blowing the W in the corrupting stack and trying to proc your electrocute level 1 as LeBlanc is a bit harder against a champion like Yone. He's got that Q to trade back. Really does a lot of damage even in the early stages.
Dreadful going aggressive onto Odog. Does have the Ignite. Chooses not to commit it just yet. Again, going for one of these champions where Dreadful can take the Ignite teleport. Opting again, not for the flash.
Yeah, and it's really, really important for Odog that he just survives this damage.
Echo's coming
Collect
down here,
the
though.
CS
Dutch
from the
Krampus
tower.
has good setup. Dutch Krampus goes 10,000
Oh.
miles. Castiel really bringing him the distance with that one.
Yeah.
Chain will land on the Clovis, but Clovis gets a good amount of damage. He's going to have the Rend from that ability as well when they go back, and Sonorstar is on the losing end of that one.
Yeah, that Yone pick really kind of paying dividends already.
Yeah,
As LeBlanc is going to be strong in the early game and losing a lot of these trades anyway.
Duddy Brains is here, though. Okay, lands one to the Clovis, going forward, flashing out. Not going to find it just yet. I was really expecting maybe even a dive from the top jungle duo, but not going to look for that just yet. Are going to go ahead and look for the scuttle. One camp ahead.
Seems like they're kind of learning from that game 1 where, you know, it's pretty difficult to go after Odog.
Castiel now, though, might be in trouble. Does go forward, gets a knock-up onto Boats. Boats taking a fair amount of damage from Smoofle, but Smoofle has to be careful as the minion wave is coming in now. And good trading from both bot laners.
Yeah, Castiel is pretty darn good at this recon as well. Finding those Ws, definitely in his wheelhouse.
Okay, Dreadful looking now, has the backup of the jungler, does commit the Ignite this time, but they're not going to commit to that. I'm pretty sure just a Q and a W from Duddy Brains gets this. Flashes forward, there goes the W, and now they get it a little bit off the timeline, but they get it in the end. First blood goes over to the Sichuani.
Yeah, feels bad for Odog. Good news, he has the TP. Won't be losing too many minions for it, but
Yep.
you really don't want to allow that.
Castiel
to
going
get
low.
to
Boy named Luke behind. Castiel trying to commit in on the turret. Is going to die for this one. Let's see if they can get Smoofle as well. Uses everything they have. Echo passive procs. That's going to give him the move speed he needs. Flash in from Dutch Krampus to get the stun. And that is going to be 2 kills on this Echo.
And this is super important for CBD. CBD plays so much through Luke. Even when he's on that that Volley Bear playing a big tank, they want to give Luke those kills. And
Yeah.
Luke finding a double early on in the game is very, very important for their actual team strategy.
Critical even. They're looking for another, maybe something here on the top, but Dreadful is keeping the wave pushed in pretty aggressively. Duddy Brains doesn't quite have the HP to go for a dive here.
Yeah, I think Dreadful could try to start it out, but honestly, Dreadful just wants to get some more poke down before they look for something like this.
Wants to get the 6 as well. Have that
Yeah.
Hextech ultimatum.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
scary
really
when
get to do
Malphite
that.
has that 600 turret too, though, you know?
Yep, getting good damage back onto the Malphite here.
Malphite gets the armor built up a little bit. I mean, Camille does a lot of true damage, but
Ooh,
I think it gets
Sonorstar.
a little better.
Good little trade. Dreadful spotting out boy named Luke there critically.
Yeah, Luke, I don't think you want to be up in this top lane, man. Dreadful's just...
He has the Hextech alternator. This early, that is a lot of damage.
Yeah, I feel like impacting this mid lane is maybe a little bit more important to their game plan.
But LeBlanc is so slippery, I think it's hard to hit the parallel convergence.
I think it's like, you know, if you can just get the lane pushed out and look for roam opportunities or apply that pressure, it's kind of enough.
We do see both supports roaming up towards the mid lane again. Sonorstar going aggressive, Castiel looking to support, but looks like Luke and Dutch have a different plan in mind. Setting up this death trap. Okay, now here they come behind. Parallel convergence is laid down. Yone ult hits onto Castiel. Castiel trying to dash out. Sonorstar there. Knockup comes through onto 2, but Castiel going very low. Pullback isn't quite going to get it, and Castiel will barely survive that one.
Yeah, that was pretty darn close. If one more little point of damage hits out of the Yone there, that pullback does even more, and it might have been a dead support.
Yeah. Ooh, good little tap from Smoofle there, but Folks does have the rocket launcher, can just clear the wave a lot faster, and this Jinx is being let to scale right now.
Yeah, This is just Bopes' wheelhouse. He loves to play this champion. Absolutely, you know, it's scary because you think to yourself, man, I've got to play this into all this dive. But you just sit back and wait your turn in fights and have good positioning. Bopes loves to do that on most of his champions. It's one of his biggest skills as an AD carry player, so it's really well suited to playing Jinx.
Yep. Now, Odog has to be careful walking up here. I mean, Sejuani isn't around right now, but Hextech ultimatum if you ever walk that far forward. Oh, hang on, he commits the ultimate. Camille using the Hextech ultimating, saying, okay, I've got your tool, but is going very low. Ignite ticking, uses the backstep, and a beautiful solo kill from Dreadful.
Yeah, that was ambitious from Odog, I gotta say. I can't honestly condone that sort of action, Mr. Odog.
Oh, hang on, Jinx Rocket! Jinx Rocket!
No shot.
Oh! Bumps from downtown!
Okay, Odog, if that was the plan, hats off to you, man. That was crazy.
Odog with the 3,000 IQ prediction. Say
He's seeing into the future right now.
Rocket here. It'll land. Oh, but do it in like 15 seconds
nice
after I die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really good find. And, you know, Jinx is just like, you know, one single target Karthus, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like you can't block it. It's a homing rocket, right?
Yeah. And once it's locked on, you're dead.
Mm-hmm. Castiel still looking mid here. Clovis spotting this out. Is potentially going to be in a little bit of trouble. Parallel Convergence might land here. Ooh, doesn't quite have the gap closer distance. Maybe that changes once you get the Rocket Belt, though.
And even this sort of thing is pretty nice for Clovis. Oh no.
Ooh, Smoofle, you don't want that one, but Duddy Brains is here with the ultimate. Bopes cleanses it. Bullet time lands a little bit of damage. Duddy Brains looking for the back end. Smoofle not going to get hit by that one, and one more auto will do it. Duddy Brains finds the kill onto Bopes.
Yeah, and that's kind of awkward because they did leave off of mid lane and just didn't quite make it to bot lane fast enough to help Bopes out there.
Yeah. Good. They know they have topside pressure now, though, so looking for the Herald, and that might be a trade. And honestly, kill for first Herald, I think you take that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know exactly where they're going to use it. Maybe they take it all the way down to the bottom lane or go for another push in on mid and perhaps go with that angle. But it's going to be nice to have as there's no other objective really up on the map.
Yep. And kind of was expecting Sejuani to be playing a little bit more around this Camille. I mean, we've seen one gank up there, but not seen too much else. Clovis is going to have to commit the Yone ultimate to get out of there. Perhaps just trusting that Dreadful can hold his own, get the solo kills into the
Rakan just pinged his flash.
Oh, boy named Luke is here, though. Parallel Convergence, Unstoppable Force is there. W does not quite hit, but Dreadful is 2 HP, and that is a third kill for boy named Luke.
Yeah, that was a nice gank from Luke. And Dreadful was getting a little too comfortable up there. Luke reminding him that, hey, you know, he's around.
Yeah, he's the 3-0 Echo.
And actually, I was dead wrong about where this Herald's going. It's going straight top.
Okay, looking to get a little bit of cash injection onto the top lane here. Or, I mean, they're just going to let it... Okay, I mean, alright. I don't love that Herald play.
It's money onto Echo. I think he gets all the solo plating there, right?
Yeah, but... I don't know.
I mean, I think it's good enough to just
looking for
alleviate
the
that
solo
pressure.
kill. Oh, hang on. Bullet Times is going to find Hopes, and Dutch
no.
Krampus might be next. Eating the entirety of it. Has to flash out. Castiel looking forward. Doesn't have
Yone
the
died to
ultimate here.
turret and
Doesn't
ignite as
flash.
well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
Turret plating will go into the pocket of Smoofle and Castiel here. And
yeah, and that's really sad for Bopes down there, as it had been going so.
Yeah,
and now just getting caught out twice. It's
at the same time,
back kind of bad.
You expect that out of a lethality MF, right?
Yeah, but I mean they had been doing a really good job the last 2 games of playing around, you know, just being safe bottom. Bopes on the Ziggs did get caught out a little bit, but you know it's different when you're on the Jinx and you really have your signature champion you're trying to carry, you know.
Yeah, boy named Luke though does already have Mythic, first one in the game. He's gonna be quite scary on this Echo. Odog going a bit aggressive here. Not going to be the winner in any of these trades.
That's what I was saying about Odog earlier. Odog does not care if he's winning or losing or what the matchup is. Odog will fight and trade all the time. It really, it's insane.
He kind of won that one. Minion
Yeah,
raids coming in means Dreadful can't really respond too aggressively. But Hex hang on, teleport comes down here. Sejuani gets caught up, Solar Flare committed on 2 unstoppable force hits, but here comes the teleport from Camille now as they survive. Dutch Krampus now going to be the response. Gets the knockup, he's surely going to fall. One more tick of damage will do it. Hextech ultimate and goes down onto Odog. Odog does not have the ultimate to escape. Clovis and Bopes now on the back end. Sonorstar looking for the damage. Yone all committed, but the body block by Sonorstar plus the chain lands means he's stunned up. And the bullet time will finish it. A triple kill for Smoofle, but the return from Bopes with the Super Mega Death Rocket from right under the turret. Bopes is looking, Bopes is feeling himself, but he gets charmed, he gets chained, and he gets killed by Dreadful.
Yeah, a little bit overambitious turnaround from CBD. I love the effort. They tried to pick off Duddy Brains, but it's just not a very easy target to kill. And then a really good reaction out of Alventus means they're going to pick up some platings on this bot tower, not going to finish it up, and a ton of kills.
Yeah, that was what? None of them died, did they? Or did MF die?
MF went down to the Bopes under the turret.
Oh, right, to the Super Mega Death Rocket.
I think a pretty important thing to talk about here as well is that, you know, CBD have a crazy scaling comp as well, so I don't really think they even want to ever be fighting, but if they're getting kills in these fights, it's not that bad, right?
I think that's true. I certainly think that the Jinx, the Yone, and the Echo will also go quite well. I don't think you can ignore the Camille. That will be a significant powerhouse as the game goes on as well. That being said, I do think they have more scalers.
Yeah, if Yone gets to a certain point, I think it's a potential match for the Camille in the side lane.
Double chain from Sonorstar is good. That's a lot of damage down to the Yone. Ignite ticking. One more auto. This might do it. The shield goes up. One more auto is going to take it. Takes the requisite amount of turret shots. Boy named Luke now in the chase. Passive going to get proc. Boy named Luke going to say, which one's real? Is it you? Not going to find it.
Yeah, LeBlanc with her tricks. Nice solo kill in the mid lane. Sonorstar has been kind of getting the better of it. Dreadful. That hurt.
Yeah.
That was not a good feeling up there.
A full Sunderer completed onto this Camille means Dreadful has full priority over this lane. Second Drake goes over to Alventus.
Yeah, Dreadful really showing a lot of mastery on this Camille. Trading super efficiently, getting all that...
Oh, he decides to dive the turret. Unstoppable Forces committed. Hextech Ultimatum dodges one turret shot. Boy named Luke is here. Odog gonna be ignited. Oh!
Super good ulti from Odog.
Yeah, last tick gets him. A great ulti from both of them. Hextech Ultimatum used to juggle the turret aggro. But really good from Odog there. Duddy Brains going forward. Bopes instantly cleansing, but Castiel now able to look at, finds the charm, finds the root. Bullet time goes down over. Root found out to Dutch Krampus as well. Dutch Krampus has the Sejuani passive. Might get out of there though. Even yeah, good. Yeah.
That is so hard. And not having the flash available to get away from the secondary engage is just pain. It's a good cleanse though.
Yeah, it was. Certainly I don't think CDD are out. They have scaling on their side. Boy named Luke is a menace. Got even more money in his pocket now. 6.8k.
Props to Alventus. They are putting their efforts in the right places right now and really snowballing away from that Camille who's going to have an advantage no matter what they do. So now they're kind of set up super well.
Yep, and looking for that second spawn of Herald. They have the pink ward on it, so thinking they can get that, thinking they've got the requisite strength up here on the top side. Dreadful, though, still a menace in his own right, and I have to imagine if you're in a fight and Dreadful is able to get on to Boy Named Luke, as opposed to, like, fighting the Malphite, Echo isn't the tankiest of champions. Hang on, Dog might be in trouble here. Castiel looking for it. Not gonna go in, knows the Echo is there. Or suspects it, perhaps.
You can smell him. Okay.
Odog gonna return to his prison in the top lane.
Yeah,
Smoofle
it's not Smoofle on MF prison, it's Odog in top lane prison.
Exactly what I was thinking, Mighty. We are on the same page as Alventus are going to go ahead and bully CBD off of this. Leona committing the Solar Flare to self-heal. Oh, hang on. This could be a dead Bopes again. Castiel finding the engage, but getting taken pretty low by Boy Named Luke. Boy Named Luke now having to use the rewind. Second W lands. Chains might also, but has that second E to get out of dodge.
Yeah, and this is kind of the time in the game where CBD needs to take a deep breath and slow down. They are trying to push advantages everywhere they can, but they just don't have them. And they really, really need to just kind of sit back, farm up a little bit, and take only the fights that they absolutely have to. Because every time they get picked off like this, they're kind of playing into Elventus' hands.
Yep. Elventus, they're like, hey, you know, we like extending our lead. Okay, hang on. Spoofle taking a lot of damage from this Yone. One more knockup will get the shutdown. Clovis doing a little bit of scaling.
Yeah, that was a nice, absolutely super nice play in the mid lane. Actually gets a big shutdown gold, which is really going to matter, especially if it comes down to...
Sonorstar finding a lot of damage on the Clovis. Not going to be quite enough. It's going to take up... Maybe has one too many turret shots. Bopes does not have the...
Bopes just needs a W, I think. Oh. Doesn't find it.
Sonorstar, though, not backing down. Is going to chug Corrupting Pots here. Clovis, though, going in, flashing forward. Not going to find it. Knocked up underneath the turret, but does have the E to go back. Turret shot will follow, just proccing the shield, though. As Duddy Brains now is going to find Dutch Krampus in the bush, but Bopes is there as backup. And Duddy Brains, get out of there. Duddy Brains, get out of there. Run.
Yeah, and I love to see that play from Clovis a bit earlier, taking off a kill, but he's really going to need a lot more gold if he's going to be able to match Dreadful in a side lane.
Yeah, this Echo, though, Boy Named Luke, super strong, has the Rocket Belt, has the Lich Bane, albeit not a super gold-efficient item. I've seen some Echoes take the Nashor's 2-second instead, but really strong on Echo regardless for that burst damage.
Yeah, I like the Lich Bane. I think it's pretty good. I like to see a Zhonya's at some point, perhaps, as well. I think that's going to be fairly important for playing out these team fights.
Yep, Sonorstar looking for it over the wall. Is going to get spotted out by Dutch Krampus' sweeper, so they are aware of this. All ults are up except for Solar Flare right now.
Yeah, if Bopes can get another super low target, maybe get a fight started with that pick with the ultimate.
They're going to force this one down mid. Mid lane turret will for sure fall here. Not going to push that one too hard, though. They're just going to take that. Castiel going in. Dreadful finding some damage onto Clovis, getting that armor shield. Castiel dealing with the other side. Parallel Convergence, not going to find anyone. Duddy Brains being the front line for the team. Good organization as Sonorstar quietly having found a flank. But not onto any of the squishies. Malphite coming from an angle. Does have Unstoppable Force. Don't group up too much. Parallel Convergence going down. Not going to quite find anyone. Boy Named Luke going in, looking for damage onto Duddy Brains, but he is tanky. Dreadful. Sonorstar now in the back line. Finds Boy Named Luke almost, but there's too much CC. He gets locked up. He gets locked down. Now Duddy Brains is in trouble in the middle of the entire team, but Clovis goes down, and a beautiful bullet time goes over the entire team. Odog and Bopes now in trouble. Boy Named Luke on barely any health, having already used the rewind. Slow goes down to the Bopes. Bopes going to fall. Odog may be the next one on the menu as Dragon is going to be taken, and that is going to be a 1-for-4 in favor of Elventus.
It's just too many items completed on that MF as well. Huge bullet time coming across. Bopes had a big ultimate himself, but no targets that he could really finish
almost
off.
dies to the Dragon.
It's a close call. Gonna have to stick around for the smite, I think, but maybe not.
I can hear the calls. Hey guys, do Drake. Guys, just do Drake. Hey, guys, I'm dying.
Yeah, but the mid farm proposal.
Well, we can get O-Dog. We can get it. Always. I wish we had LBLCS mic check.
We need a mic check. Honestly, what I wanted, and I've suggested this before, is to have all the teams that are playing a regulation, like regular season matches, join chat channels. No, join voice channels in the server that are locked, right? And just get
have like
like
a
their
bot
own
that
team
records
channel.
it.
No. The casters can just jump in muted and listen, you know?
Oh my god.
Or like the streamer, you know?
Well, it's more fun to do it as a rewind, though, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you can watch the replay of the fight and then you would need.
I want
we
to
could
try
do a
to
bot
set something
to record
up with replay technology next season.
Yeah, we could just have a bot that sits in their channel with them then and records the audio or something.
Ooh, hang on. Hextech Ultimatum going down into O-Dog. Q2 is going to land quite a bit. Ooh, hang on. Unstoppable Force, though, lands and shut down Boy named Blue picking up even more gold. I think that's like 900. No, 600.
Yeah.
It did the total. 600 gold he just got in his pocket directly.
And I like the cheeky ultimate from Bobes almost securing the kill for himself. I'm not sure how much I like this itemization, going for the Randals Hurricane right away. I think it might be a little bit better to grab that
Dark
LDR.
Krampus is going to spot them, but there's 3 of them. They're going to look for her. Chains are going to land. Stun is going to land. Smoofle's going to pick that one up, and this might be a second... This would be second Baron for Elventus, yeah?
Yeah. And those solo warding missions are just really, really hard. You always gotta bring a friend, probably your Malphite along. Although he was on the reset, so just wait for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think that this is, if you look at the gold, it's still a really close game for the seeming differential in objectives and kills, right? Like if I was in game, I would be like, oh, I'm fucked as
It's
CBD.
pretty hard for
But
it's pretty hard for CBD. But here's the thing: their scaling is still super good. So any win in a team fight that brings this close to even,
well, and hang on,
as the game progresses.
If Echo can find Smoofle, if Boy Named Luke can kill Smoofle, these fights go so much differently.
Yeah, or even Clovis. If Clovis can get Smoofle, it's just super big.
Yeah. Oh, we've seen Clovis do it before, it just wasn't before a critical team fight.
Yeah, it was in mid lane with nobody else around, you know.
As Castiel might be in a little bit of trouble here, Unstoppable Force committed over the walls to try and catch him. Here comes Dark Krampus. Bullet time is committed, but Smoofle gets found. That's exactly what they needed. Both's now able to throw the rockets into the entire team fight. Camille, though, coming with the teleport, and Elventus are not backing down. They're positioning like they want to take this fight.
Yeah, a lot of important teamfight ultis committed there out of CBD, but they do still have the Yone ult and the rewind on the Echo, so gotta watch out for those.
Yeah.
I think they will end up just backing away from this. No objective really up other than that Baron, which is a super big commitment.
Yeah.
I don't think they're too worried about it getting taken right now.
Well, Sonora Star is just kind of sitting in the wings. Boy named
Yeah,
Luke
and this
looking for
is...
the Fine Study Brains.
Oh, they're fine. This is one of those situations where Sonora Star doesn't have to be top lane because the wave is just barely starting to push
Parallel
back.
Convergence lands good onto Dreadful. Dreadful not going to be able to find the wall.
Ooh.
Uses the Hextech Ultimatum to try and dodge the damage, but isn't going to be enough. And Sonora Star cannot find anything on the back line. Not enough disruption in the front. Another good pick.
CBD's gaming. They're
Boy
back
named
in.
Luke is kind of putting them on his back. Not going to lie.
All they need is that time, right? And Luke has absolutely found the picks, that massive parallel convergence under the tower to follow up the kill onto the MF. And I think it's super big. He's gonna look for the Rabadon's death cap next. Picked up 2 needlessly large rods. So not the Zhonya's Hourglass I was looking for, but it's okay. He has some safety with the ultimate. You know?
Gold lead's only 2k now. It's
getting
really
close.
tight.
But there is a really important point coming up. The 45 seconds remain on the dragon spawning. This is soul point. On the side of Elventus, they will be picking up the dragon soul if they can secure this.
Okay, if Smoofle dies early, CBD gets this. If Smoofle does not die early, Elventus wins.
Yeah.
But CBD critically have the position here. They are in position. Castiel gonna get out of there and...
Yeah, and they are holding on to this space in front of the dragon like their lives depended on it.
Do you know what I would like to see from Elventus here? Just push mid. You can give this Drake and just get like 2 towers for it.
You have to feel that if you're on Elventus, though, it's a little bit of a timer, right? We've been talking about the scaling that CBD has, and you have to be afraid of that,
Sonora
right?
Star maybe a little caught out here, looking for a flank, but does open it
but
up.
if they chase it, they can't chase that or they'll give up the space.
Yep, O-Dog looking impressively. Has the Unstoppable Force. All ultimates available here. This is going to be a fight with a capital F.
Yeah, a nail biter right before the dragon. The waves are fine for both teams.
Boy named Luke has found the flank. He's behind them. Parallel convergence coming down. Smoofle uses the Zonia, stays alive. Solar Flare comes down. Sonora Star looks for damage. Boat's gonna stay alive. Castiel gonna burn down. Clovis finding it. Oh, but he has a stopwatch too. It's League of Stopwatch. Smoofle flashes out, finds more damage on O-Dog. Boy named Luke looking for it though, goes hard in the back line, but here comes the Hextech Ultimatum, and now Boy named Luke is down. Sonora Star looking to get out from Clovis. Oh, but the go back on the E is going to find him. Smoofle now looking for the additional damage. Maybe walks up a little bit too close. Gets found by Dutch Krampus. It doesn't matter. Clovis has the damage if you get moved like that. O-Dog for sure is going to go down here. How much can Dreadful do? Clovis is taking too much damage. Dutch Krampus can't do this alone. Dreadful comes up huge! And that soul is going to go to Elventus.
Man, that was so close. Dreadful absolutely carrying it at the end, but actually Sonoristar found Bopes at the very beginning of that initial engage as Sonoristar is flanking around, and Smoofle is actually running toward the enemy fountain, right? Toward that blue buff.
Smoofle staying alive in that fight was insane. You had the stopwatch, you had the flash towards the enemy nexus to try and kite away from the fight. Even though that happened, though, boy named Luke's still able to find it.
And
so,
as he's going down, he's bullet timing the entire enemy front line, like absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
A nice execution from Elventus, but it was not a clean ace by any stretch. And they do have the Dragon Soul, but I somehow don't feel like it's quite over and done yet.
It is not a done deal yet. Smoofle, certainly Smoofle, Dreadful, and Sonoristar are going to be loving this Fire Soul, giving them that extra burst that they want, especially LeBlanc will love this, but if CBD play their cards right, victory is not off the table for them by any means.
Yeah, that was a big fight for
especially if Smoofle does this.
Kills.
Parallel Convergence goes forward, not going to find it, but Unstoppable Force does, and we know from that last fight that you do not have Flash. Smoofle cannot be up that far. Dreadful TP'd in, but Dreadful's going to have to hook shot out, and CBD now find themselves on the front foot.
Yeah, they might be able to pick up the
Sonoristar going in, but you don't want... Oh, they thought Sonoristar went back, but Sonoristar went through towards the Nexus. Sonoristar now on the back end. Parallel Convergence is going to land onto one end. It's a chaotic fight. I can't quite tell what's going on. Castiel's going to fall, but so much damage going down to Dutch Krampus. Dreadful looking for the back line, but Dreadful getting burned down. Dreadful going golden, but not going to be able to find it. Duddy Brain staying alive throughout all of it, but the Camille is going to die. Boy named Luke picks that one up, and that is probably barren for CBD.
Yeah, and it was a good effort, but without that bullet time coming out of Smoofle, I mean, they just don't have a way to melt these tanks.
Yeah, it's you need Smoofle to stay alive. You need Smoofle to do the damage. Duddy Brains looking for this perhaps, but doesn't have vision on it, and it's just going to go down.
Yeah, a clean pickup for CBD. They do lose Dutch Krampus, but you know he's used to that. That's sometimes his job. And a lot of damage output coming from Bopes. I think he might be hitting that Jinx point in this game.
I think a lot of points have been hit. The differential between these two teams in gold now is only a couple hundred. It is tight.
Yeah, there's a huge advantage from that Fire Soul, but you know the scaling champions coming through as well. It's hard to say who's even stronger at this point in the game.
Yeah, Smoofle opting to go for a very lethality-oriented build. Is going to have trouble burning down the Leona, burning down the Malphite. They're going to be very frustrating to deal with. Perhaps that's the Camille's job, but, you know, Dreadful has a hard time too. He can't dive into the whole enemy team if they can just say, okay, we're going to kill you now. Oops.
Yeah, and
Clovis.
I just can't even believe how good Luke has been at finding these pickoffs. 8 and 1. And a lot of those are on Smoofle.
Yep, going in under the turret, he says, I've got a massive shield. Look at that effective health pool. It's Sonoristar, though. Looking for it. Oh, critically gets knocked up. Unstoppable Force used to kite, but hang on. Here comes a massive stun from Castiel. A game-changing ultimate. Boy named Luke looks for it at the end of the fight, but can't quite find it. Has to use the ult to get out. Hextech ultimatum, I'm going to knock him down. Yone going to go wide. Parallel Convergence going to land on the entire team. Can the Yone do it? Can he 1v3? Castiel going to burn down, but Duddy Brains is here, and the Camille is here, and that single target damage is too much. A clean ace for Elventus.
Maybe not completely clean, but a really, really solid play.
A full ace, yeah. It's not clean. It's dirty. It's dirty as hell.
And I don't know how much they can get off of this. There are no neutral objectives up on the map. They'll certainly be getting this turret.
Well, they don't have a wave for it
Maybe
yet.
the bot...
I would get bot turret's worth more. I'd go bot right now. But they're going to opt for the mid turret, opt for the pressure.
There's no way they get in him.
A bit of a gold lead as well. Yeah, Bopes is up in 3 seconds.
Dutch is up, Bopes is up.
Yeah.
That was such a good ult from O-Dog to stop the LeBlanc from killing Bopes in the early stage of that fight. But the turnaround off of Castiel and Smoofle just absolutely destroyed CBD.
Yeah, I do think critically, though, Clovis did kind of go wide on his Yone ult there. And
Yeah.
if that goes differently, that fight might go differently. So if I'm Elventus, I'm still kind of scared in my boots.
Yeah, or even if it was just used earlier in that fight. I think they were a little bit disjointed at the start, and, you know, Clovis not really in position to get a good ultimate earlier on.
Yep. Pinging out. This Elder is up in a minute. Camille's going to get out of there. Is going to pick up her Sterk. So this Camille is going to have a lot more survivability this next fight.
Yeah, Camille is really at a scary late game point already. And looking at the items for Odog, I mean, Odog is super poor. Like, he is really just an ulti bot at this point. Is providing some effective tankiness in the front line, but
yeah,
it's a struggle.
I think he's been doing a good job as the ult bot, though, finding critical setups for his team.
Super good ult.
We've been praising Boy Named Luke, and he deserves every penny of it. But I also want to talk about my man Duddy Brains. 5-0.
You mean the deathless Duddy Brains?
Oh, hang on. Sonorstar getting found out by the Oni ult, but the Oni ult might be a little bit too deep. That not going to be in there for the fight. Super Mega Death Rocket also committed there critically. So while Sonorstar is low, you're missing 2 ult tools for the flash. That's all that was committed. Oh, Popes! Ooh, has to go gold, and Nutty Brain's looking for it in the backline. Charm comes up from Castiel. Clovis here on the backline, but does have that reduced health pool. Dreadful looking for something. Duddy Brains getting kind of hurt by the Jinx. Unstoppable Force goes in onto the 2 tankier members. Clovis looking for something. Shut down comes in over. Finally going down the first death. Dreadful now looking for another one. Clovis, though, going to be able to pick him up. And Bopes was pumping that entire fight. However, 3 members of Elventus are still alive versus 3 members of CBD. It is nail-biting.
No ultimates for anybody available. Looks like a reset will be coming through, perhaps. No. Yone does go back, does have the TP to get back into this fight. They're going to try to hold the space for the Elder.
Yeah, it is tense. Snorstar does have that ult back up. Danger pings coming out, health pings coming out.
Yeah, it looks like the waves are pretty good for CBD here. Might be a little bit of time that they can spend setting up this objective while the enemy has to go push these out.
Yeah, and at this
top
rate,
wave still crashing top tower.
Elder is just in the pockets of CBD unless Elventus do something here really quickly. It's burning really fast. You have that Bopes. It's gone.
This is reminding me of these like CLG EU like Moscow 5 50-minute bangers of like early season League of Legends.
Gold is back even.
This is one of those scaling Froggen comps or something, where like we're waiting and the game just can't end because these guys are holding out with everything they've got.
Do you know what was designed to end these games? Elder Dragon.
Oh, and Elder, yeah. Yeah, it's not quite doing it, so we'll see if Elventus can find a way to clear the CBD boys out.
Well,
but it's
just
kind of scary.
Time, right?
Honestly, CBD's just gotta buy time. Like,
I think in the short term, Elventus need to buy time. In the long term, CBD needs to buy time. So this Elder is so good for them because it lets them get these tools, and they have kind of scale. Ooh.
Oh no, shot! Oh.
I think that was just 1E. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how
Sonorstar
is alive. That was super close to death.
This Baron is going to be picked up.
Yeah, Gold and there's really nothing that Elventus can do here.
No, Gold Lead's going to finally trickle over to CBD's favor for the first time in the series.
Elventus is 9 kills up, by the way, and they have Dragon Soul.
Yep.
Yeah. This is insane.
But they've got a Yone, an Echo, and a Jinx, so,
So which is better, Elder and Baron or Dragon Soul? Let's find out.
Yeah, it's definitely just like an even comparison. These comps are, they scale the exact same. Doesn't really matter.
This is gonna be a spicy fight. I think they have to take some sort of engage here.
Yeah. Well, they can choose
They're letting
to
it
give
go.
structures. I don't think Elder has that much longer on it.
Yeah, and CBD are gonna wrap around for the mid lane. They're gonna try to get every bit that they can squeeze out of these buffs.
Can you tell how long has Elder on it?
No, I cannot. Can I? No.
Okay.
No idea.
Well, they're gonna reset here, so that's probably the last of it. Next Elder in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Critical
and they're
breakpoint.
3K up now. Yeah, it's do or die for Elventus, I think, because it doesn't get easier here. Bopes doesn't have his IE done, so the damage output is not all the way ramped up. But, I mean, Yone's got all of it, so...
Yeah, Yone certainly going to be massive in these fights, especially if he can land those ultimates.
Yeah.
Odog picking up the Abyssal Mask to damage amp off of his ultimate, damage amp off of the burst of his team. And
yeah, Odog is finally getting caught up with some of these items, and it's going to be really, really significant, especially with that damage amp off that Abyssal Mask.
Dreadful, though, has the Guardian Angel.
Yeah. And if he can get onto Bopes, that would be absolutely massive. Bopes does have the GA finished, so, you know, it's not a guarantee anymore, but it's still a jinx. If she comes out of the GA, you can just kill her.
Yeah.
They are still pushing down this bottom lane, putting on the pressure. They lost the Elder, but they've got the Baron. And I have to think Elventus can't let this one go.
Well, they seem to be... Northstar not quite ready for the flank. Hang on, Duddy Brain's going in. Duddy Brain's using the Gargoyle Stoneplate, but he's still going to get absolutely demolished. Pointing Luke, though, being found out by Dreadful. Going low, has already used the rewind. There goes the Leona. There, oh, what? There goes the Echo, falling down. It's used, the Guardian Angel's used up. Clovis is looking for one in the back end, but now it is a clean ace for Elventus, and they have 50 seconds to run it down mid lane.
Yeah, and that might actually just be it. We'll see if they make the call to get in there. They don't really have any waves.
Yeah,
but I have to think somebody can tank.
It's gonna take a while. I don't know. I don't think they can take the Nexus before the spawns. I would say get the inhib, get your pressure for this Elder, and that is how you win this game if you are Elventus.
Yeah, it was a really, really clean fight, and once again, a huge bullet time out of Smoofle.
Huge bullet time out of Smoofle. Great Hextech ultimatum out of Dreadful. Locking Boy named Luke in the backline so that he can't dive forward onto your team's backline.
And let's see what the call is. It looks like Odog is up, Dutch is up, Bopes is in 5. They're going to go back. They've got that inhibitor down. The top inhib's still down for their side, so that might be a little bit of an issue, but we do see Smoofles up there trying to clear out those minions.
Yeah.
And as the game ticks up to 40 minutes, the second Elder will be spawning shortly after. Are we in certified banger territory?
Oh, we are well past certified bangatory. This is a game 3 elimination series. Dragon Souls, Elders, scaling, GAs being popped.
To 0, and it's close. Like,
yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Damn close. Does Elder still
You
amplify
realize-
the Drakes you already took?
Yes.
Okay.
It does more damage based on how many you have, I think. Pretty sure.
I thought they changed that so it was just the execute. Okay, Clovis looking for something. Not quite going to find what he wants, though. Sonorstar now finding Clovis on the back end. Clovis going incredibly low, but Sonorstar might be the answer. Sonorstar has to go golden. Oldog going to find him. Unstoppable force, and that is a shutdown onto one mid laner. You thought you found the pick, but you were the picked. Yone going to channel the back. Has TP for this one, but they're going to look for it. Dreadful finding the Yone. Hextech ultimatum. Locks him in a really awkward spot. Smoofle going to find him. Castiel going to go over the wall. Elder Dragon now started up unintentionally. There's no Malphite ult. Let's see what can happen. Boy named Luke
Elder's getting
going
so
a ton of damage, but does have a stopwatch. Boy named Luke has the back. Dragon is going low. There is a smite for one side. There isn't for the other, but now that smite is dead. Smoofle, though, going low. Bope's going huge. Elder Dragon's going to be picked up by Smoofle. Bope's is going to die. And Dreadful and Smoofle are left on the map with the Malphite, and we have to see what will happen here.
I think that's it.
Is it?
Dreadful can just one-shot Odog at this point.
You're probably right.
They have to get through 2 towers still.
Let's see what Odog can do. 23 seconds is the timer.
He's just got to buy as much time as he can and hope
back up in a couple of seconds here. There it is. There he goes. Oh, okay. But the GA is up. Dreadful finding the Q. They're just going to go. There goes the Elder. There goes the series. And an insane Game 3 banger. Elventus Cyprus finds the win.
That was absolutely ludicrous. I don't know how you're going to top that in the final. I just want you to think about that. What a sick series. I can't believe it ends like that. Both junglers are dead, and the 80 carries are fighting to smite the Elder?
Yeah, that was... Hey, any clippers in chat? Also, in the post-grade lobby, I have an instant feedback report.
I gotta look at this damage chart. This is insanity.
Yeah.
Looks like Smoofle, no surprise, absolutely at the top of this one.
Smoofle in it. All right,
and both right behind.
I want interviews.
We need interviews.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. I kind of want both teams in here. But let's first Elventus, if any of them are in the chat. Let's get that in.
Yeah. And I will end the prediction. Anarchy Cypress coming out on top.
Anarchy, yeah, sorry. Cyrus, any of you Cyrus guys jump on in. Get in community, or it looks like, Dreadful's in. Yeah. Is anybody else coming? We'll give them a second to get in.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Man. So, I mean, what a game. What a banger of a series. I don't know where to start. Maybe... Do we want... No. Just tell us about that last game. How were you feeling at the Elder?
Alright, that last game, I was playing horribly in like... Well, I mean, I was playing well, but like I was playing the team fights really badly. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get on top of either the Echo or the Yone in the back line, and because I don't care about the Jinx really that much. And so in the one team fight towards the end, I ulted the Echo. He couldn't do anything that fight. He couldn't touch her back line. He had the ult, and I still killed him. Or... I got him really low, and then he died. And then in the last game, in the very last fight, I saw the Yone. I'm like, he's not getting away again. And I got the ult on him, and it was just that. And then Castiel, shout out to Castiel, my support. He smurfed at all those fights.
Okay, we're gonna bring in your teammates. I'm gonna
ask. Moofle and Duddy and maybe Castiel if he can get in the Discord.
Well, he wouldn't have a role, so he can't. If you have a role, true. You can't join. So
kind of scuffed.
Unfortunate, but. You know, we've got the Duddy Brains, we've got the Smoofle. All right, so we've got the hype of the last game. Take us back to the moment after game one. What were you guys thinking? Were you just thinking draft, execution? Tell us about, what you were feeling there.
It was a pretty bad draft, I think.
It's just draft.
Like Graves MF. We had no damage, and they went 4 tanks, so we just couldn't kill anything. Yeah.
All right, so talk to us about the decisions, the adaptations that you made going into game 2 and 3 draft. What were the key points that you guys were kind of focused on, as far as like making changes to your strategy?
I think the main thing we got rid of is the Volibear. He used just cracked the Volibear, I guess. He felt like he was just everywhere, and he ganking a bunch, and he got Mundo strong. Cause I was beating Mundo pretty well, and then he just came top. And I got dove twice. I'm like, no, I got ganked and then I got dove twice. And so I'm like, okay, I can't do anything anymore.
And also unlocking our support. Our support is cracked, and he played like babysitter on Thresh kind of. And then once you put him on a champion that can make plays, he's literally just popping off everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they allowed. I mean, I guess the Mumu works the same way, but that combo of MF and a CC support, just able to get those huge ultimates. Props to you, by the way, Smoofle. Crazy game 3.
Yeah.
I felt like that was my worst game, out of the 3, but I did the most damage.
I
felt
you
I was
just had
dying at
huge
really
ulti.
bad times though. I died what was it before first Elder? That was really bad. That almost lost us the game. I think if they were more aggressive with that Elder, they could have won the game there.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I think we kept talking about this because you guys had shut them out on the dragons the entire game, 4-0. But they had such good scaling that it didn't really feel like there was a decisive advantage for either team, Yeah. And it kept getting harder and harder and harder every time with how much they could dish out for the items they had.
The gold was completely even at the end, even though we were up 14 kills because they just got towers with that Baron, and we just weren't able to.
Yeah, the gold difference was kind of nutty. It was really interesting to watch throughout the game.
Yeah. What a banger series, guys. I mean, really fun for us to watch. I know it was probably super stressful. How relieved are you guys after all that?
Honestly, the first game kind of felt like we played really well in the beginning. Like we were trading off the side of the maps, even though I kept getting dove and stuff. And like we were strong, but like they just too tanky. And so we kind of just like accepted that we lost the game. It's just whatever. And so we just had a different like adaptation into game two. And then game two was just like a smash. Like it's just an absolute stomp. And then so we were kind of like hyped up after that. And then the third game, we were like, we got a nice draft, I think. And then it kind of just went from there. It got a little bit tense in the third game, but yeah, we were pretty
And we're
calm about
having
it.
fun with the boys. We're like memeing all the time. This is the
Yeah.
first time that we've played together, and it's with a different support, and like since the coffee house games. So we're just chilling, memeing, hanging out for some good games.
Yeah. No scrim is OP, by the way. FYI.
What's
Alright,
OP?
well-
I
No
missed that.
scrim.
No
No
scrims.
scrims.
No scrims.
No
Okay.
scrims.
We haven't played together outside of like our like comp matches in like 2 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you look
Yeah.
good for it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have anything you want to say, Mighty? Any other questions?
Yeah, I was gonna. I think this is a good stream content, so I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the final.
Oh,
We do
okay.
have Popova in the call. Are you have any words for your coffee house opponent here? Looking forward to that match.
To ban my Darius, you're cringe.
You ban guy Darius, you're cringe.
Please ban MF. I don't want to play this champ anymore. They're forcing me.
MF prison.
God, okay, I'll take notes. I don't do the banning. Ban.
Okay.
okay.
Ban MF, ban Darius.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, no, don't ban Darius because I don't want to be cringe.
Yeah, don't ban
right?
Darius. It's
Oh,
cringe.
okay. You're already cringe, Popova. You're kind of cursed that
Oh,
way.
shit. Oh, fuck. You're right. Okay. Well, I'm also really looking forward to the finals. Been looking forward to it for a while. Anything you guys want to shout out? Go ahead. Take your bow.
I guess shout out to my dad. He was watching the stream the whole time.
Hey.
Wait, he
Yo,
didn't-
shout out to Mr. Felix, please.
He saw the second game and not the first game. It's the dad buff.
That's good. Yeah.
Dad buff. Okay.
You're basically doing me, dude. He's got the wife buff. You got the dad buff. That's pog.
It's huge.
Wife buff is wife nerf.
Wife
The
buff
no,
is wife
true.
nerf.
Lupo's girlfriend was talking about it. It's a nerf.
I mean, it's
Like-
it's next year it'll be a nerf, right?
Yeah.
It's decays with time.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
thank you all.
Thank you for streaming.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're gonna give us games like that, we'll stream every single one of them.
Lord FRG saying, "Lol, dreadful, I am your father."
He is the father.
Nice.
Okay.
Yo, is that your dad?
Any
This is my
dads in
dad.
chat?
Wait, is that actually him?
Yeah.
Oh, your
Alright.
dad is insane. He's just supporting his gamer boy. This is awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. He's been watching all my uni games too when they've been streamed.
Very cool. All right. Well, I think we were gonna maybe also Mighty wanted to interview CBD.
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see if any of them want to jump in. Thanks for popping in though, guys. Congrats on the
course.
win, and
Thank you.
we'll be looking out for you in the final.
I'll be
Cheers.
seeing you soon.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
GG's.
All right, if you are a CBD member that wants to interview, please jump right on into community, or if you have access to here, just come on in. We'll give a couple minutes and just kind of wind down.
There's Dutch.
We got Dutch.
Yeah.
Okay, get him in.
Hey, Dutch, what's going on? Well, I know what's going on, but
What's good?
That was a tight series, Dutch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
we thought it was doomed when the fourth dragon went through,
That
and
was
then
a
you
banger.
guys were fighting like tooth and nail. It was nuts. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys had such good scaling. I thought that maybe the 4 dragons weren't enough.
No, for sure. Yeah, we definitely like scaled into the game and felt that the game three is for sure a banger. Like absolutely a fun game. Like those team fights were really close, and like contesting vision was just a game in itself. And back and forth a little bit. But yeah, ultimately came down that scaling wasn't quite enough to off. We just misplayed some of those team fights, I think, a little bit. Which weren't able to pull it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot to look back on and be proud of, though. I think you guys had really, really smart drafting going on through the series. They made a solid adaptation in game two that definitely looked like it was a big problem for you guys. So what you did was a nice adjustment in game three, kind of playing a little bit more through the mid lane with that Yone pick. And Odog didn't have a fun time, but you know, it was a pretty strong team comp going into that late game.
Oh,
So
for
talk
sure.
talk to me a little bit about like what the comms were like game to game. What exactly were you guys thinking, after game one and then moving through the series?
I mean, game one felt pretty. So we had a really big play game one where we were able to trade bot side objectives for top side, and that went pretty heavily in favor of us. So it got a major gold lead. I think they played for either Drake or a bottom tower, and we got the Herald and two towers top side. So it's like pretty big. Or we ended up getting inhibitor. I don't remember, but that kind of opened the game up for us, game one, and then we kind of snowballed in. Game two felt pretty tough to play. Um, the Rakan pick, especially, like, was really big. Castle or whatever, I don't know his name, was playing that really well, and like their team is playing really well about clearing out vision, just making it hard for us to play a lot of how we normally play the game and like how we've been playing the season, which is to like put a lot of pressure through jungle and mid. So I think they just did a really good job of kind of shutting down how we usually play, and they just made some big adjustments in draft that made it really like top lane was kind of like impossible because they froze top. Mid lane felt really tough. And then bot lane, we just like didn't really have much pressure. So there was just like multiple angles, and I think that there's big advantages game two. And then game three probably felt the closest to me. Like they felt there was an early lead, but we had scaling and we were trading some objectives. And it felt back and forth. And there were times where we felt like we were had agency in the game, and then flip flops. I think we got a little bit overzealous bot side, but yeah, comms were pretty clear, pretty good all around. I think game two, at a certain point, we're playing. We lost too many fights and tried to make too many plays that didn't really work out. So I think we just like kind of were ready to move on to the next game at a certain point. That game because it just felt like we just lost the snowball. But overall, I mean, our team is like always like joking around, and we don't really get heated with one another ever, and I think we just stay in good spirits. So even though like losing is tough, like we take it take it pretty well. So
Yeah,
we had fun.
absolutely.
You've got Evdingus in chat saying CBD wins my heart. Love them so much, and so many kisses to them.
Oh, so many kisses to Ep Dingus. True here. He was a lot of fun. Yeah, this league in general was super fun to play in. There were like a lot of awesome teams and a pretty large skill level like disparity. I think the nature of financial this season was that there are going to be some like pop off players and some all around players. I think our team was overall just able to do well. Despite not having the highest solo queue players, I think we were able to level up together, and we're like really able to show that, especially during the playoff run, that a lot can happen just through trusting your teammates and trying to play as one, rather than five individuals. I think you can get pretty far. I think we're a really good example of that in the LBLCS. So it's just like playing as five. So it was a fun season.
I think I've said this on broadcast a couple times, but for you and the rest of your team, first of all, congrats on a fantastic season. But on top of that, the improvement I've seen from you guys, and you guys were the team I thought was the hungriest for wins by far. Like you guys really showed that you wanted to come out here to play. And I
sure.
think I just gotta say I respect that a lot from you guys.
Oh,
Like,
thank
really,
you.
really impressive
Yeah.
stuff.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, it was fun. It was like we didn't scrim really this season, and we didn't play like a ton of practice, but it was like kind of leveling up game week by week, and we played like flex queue and worked on stuff and talked, and I don't know, Bopes and I played a lot of duo queue, and it seemed like despite not having like I think we just had a really relaxed approach, but also kind of a relaxed try hard approach, where it's like limit the amount of like effort you're putting in like every single day, or like putting in tons of practice, but then like when you're actually playing, like really try to, do the best you can do. And yeah, so I appreciate,
Well, and I
appreciate the
know a
compliments.
few you put in the solo queue time as well to just like,
For sure. Yeah,
level up the individual game a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bopes, like, especially, like, he grinded pretty hard and just, like, really leveled up throughout the season. Clovis is just, like, a mad lad, and, worked on a lot of specific matchups in solo queue and in normals. And
And Luke as well
dog.
looks
Luke,
so like a different player this
no,
season.
I mean, dude, Luke. I mean, if you go back in LBLCS history, Luke started off not nearly at what level. Like, it's crazy how much he's improved as a player. I mean, he's grinding the solo queue, but boy named Luke, compared to like when he first hopped on the old team THC, like 2 seasons ago, like playing against other, silver junglers and still struggling. Now he's just like, able to, put up a fight with pretty much everyone, and then generally just like it's a huge carry for our team. So Luke is massive player. Definitely leveled up. He put a lot of hours in. A lot of our team is actually going to be some of our teammates are going to be taking a break from League because the game is tough. So long season, we are going to probably be, a lot of us are going to be taking some breaks and some time to rest and relax from video games for a bit, because the grind is definitely a lot.
It takes its toll, especially this was a super long season. You're absolutely right about that.
For sure. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks
for the cast.
Anytime. Anything you want to shout out at the end, go ahead, and we'll take it away.
Yeah, shout out for CBD for letting me role swap from top / not playing League at all to hopping in for support and getting to learn a new role this season, and then filling in. And shout out to the CBD boys for each doing their job really well, and then also just all the casters and admins and staff and everyone that lets this season continue. There's a lot of like really great people who put a lot of free time in for nothing, no monetary gain, and just really want to run a great league. And I think every single season we show as a community that like we do have a great league. So I'm excited to see finals for financial, and just like shout out to the LBLCS.
Want to cast it?
Possibly.
We'll get Dingus to
Depends on the
stream or
night.
something.
Depends on the night. That sounds scary. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
I do love a good cast, but Dingus in charge of streaming. I mean, that man has fallen asleep at during finals games before.
Yeah, I
so.
was there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he fell asleep during a CEO finals.
I need to
He was
cast
the
with
streamer.
Dingus.
It's scary. It's a scary time. Well,
we couldn't. We had to switch to one of my buddies' streams because he wouldn't get in the next lobby.
Oh yeah.
well, thanks again for having me. I gotta hop off now.
Yeah. All right.
Talk to you later.
Great games, man.
Catch you later.
Peace.
Well, Mighty, do you want to just go ahead and take us one out on that classic saying of yours?
Yeah, I'll hit him with the classic. Later, dudes.